Life is a journey marked by challenges and triumphs, a perpetual struggle between our inner strengths and weaknesses. While we all aspire to lead purposeful and resilient lives, certain habits often hinder us from realizing our full potential. In this transformative journey, we will explore 8 weakening habits and discover how to overcome them through the principles of Stoicism. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy founded in the early 3rd century BC by Zeno of Citium, offers timeless advice for navigating the complexity of modern life. It urges us to concentrate on what we can control, to build qualities like knowledge, bravery, and self-discipline, and to face life's unavoidable trials with grace. As we delve into these 10 habits, remember that self-awareness is the initial step toward transformation. Recognizing and acknowledging these habits within ourselves enables us to commence the journey of replacing them with Stoic principles, empowering us to lead a life characterized by strength, purpose, and inner peace. Habit 1. Procrastination. Associate exclusively with individuals who uplift you and evoke your best. Procrastination, the act of delaying tasks and responsibilities, is a prevalent habit that undermines our determination, impedes progress, and ultimately deprives us of valuable time for personal growth and meaningful pursuits. The age-old remedy for procrastination lies in the Stoic principle of carpe diem, or seizing the day. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on the present moment, while procrastination often stems from anxiety about the future or discomfort with the. To overcome this habit, we must embrace a Stoic mindset, acknowledging that the only time within our control is the present. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, advised concentrating on what is within our control and letting go of what is not. Procrastination often emerges from fixating on potential outcomes or the challenges of a task rather than taking action. By adopting the Stoic principle of concentrating on the process rather than the outcome, we can liberate ourselves from the chains of procrastination. Begin by setting small, manageable goals and consistently working toward them. Embrace the discomfort and uncertainty of the present, recognizing that growth and strength emerge from these challenging moments. Remember, time is a finite resource, and each day delayed is a day lost forever. Habit 2. Negative self-talk. Expressing Marcus Aurelius's insight that our life reflects our thoughts. The way we converse with ourselves significantly influences self-esteem, confidence, and overall well-being. Negative self-talk is a habit that undermines us by eroding self-belief, hindering the realization of our true potential. Stoicism guides us to seize control of our thoughts, replacing negativity with rationality and self-compassion. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned philosopher and Roman emperor, stressed the importance of monitoring our inner dialogue, recognizing that our perception of the world is shaped by our thoughts. Therefore, cultivating a positive and rational mindset is crucial to combat negative self-talk. This transformation by impartially observing your thoughts, identifying moments when self-criticism or self-doubt surfaces. Challenge these thoughts with rationality, questioning whether they are evidence-based or mere products of fear and insecurity. Stoicism encourages the practice of self-compassion, treating ourselves with the kindness and understanding we would extend to a friend facing a similar situation. Instead of berating yourself for mistakes or perceived shortcomings, focus on the lessons they offer and opportunities for improvement. As you replace negative self-talk with Stoic principles of rationality and self-compassion, you'll discover an inner strength and resilience that empowers you to confront life's challenges with confidence and grace. Avoiding challenges. The third habit, avoiding challenges, inhibits personal growth and potential by favoring comfort over development. This habit prevents the cultivation of patience, courage, and adaptability to new situations. Stoic philosophy encourages us to view discomfort and difficulties as opportunities for self-improvement. Epictetus believed that personal growth arises from facing challenges and expanding our boundaries. In the modern era, the inclination to seek comfort and evade discomfort can impede long-term development and hinder reaching our full potential. By voluntarily confronting difficult situations, Stoics argue we enhance patience, moral character, and self-understanding. In contemporary society, the preference for convenience and immediate gratification may provide temporary relief but limits long-term growth. Stoic philosophy asserts that true strength lies in facing challenges directly, and with patience, fostering lessons, virtues like courage, perseverance, and resilience. Constantly avoiding challenges restricts personal and intellectual. Stoics advocate stepping out of the comfort zone and engaging in activities beyond limits to expand capabilities, boost confidence, and find personal satisfaction. Avoiding challenges can lead to a fear of failure, hindering learning from mistakes. Stoic philosophy reframes failure as a natural part of life, providing valuable learning experiences. Seeking discomfort does not mean unnecessary suffering. It's about changing perspectives to understand discomfort as a necessary part of life, leading to growth. Actively seeking challenges and discomfort enhances personal control, reliance on ethics, and inner strength over external circumstances. Stoicism advises focusing on controllable elements, thoughts, actions, and reactions to challenges, reducing dependence on external factors for happiness. Applying Stoic principles enables purposeful and patient life navigation, better equipping individuals to deal with difficulties and unexpected events. Embracing challenges as opportunities for growth and self-improvement allows the maintenance of a Stoic mindset. Approaching this with an open mind and challenging current beliefs and habits, recognizing the tendency to avoid discomfort facilitates the adoption of Stoic principles. This fosters a strong, flexible mindset focused on personal development. So embrace discomfort and challenges to embark on the journey of self-discovery and improvement. Habit 4. Excessive materialism. The fourth habit on the list revolves around an excessive attachment to materialism. In Stoic philosophy, the emphasis lies in valuing ethics and inner virtues over external possessions. When our passion for materialism becomes overwhelming, we risk losing sight of what truly matters and finding lasting contentment. In today's consumer-driven society, it's easy to succumb to the pursuit of material wealth, believing that possessions bring happiness and fulfillment. Stoic philosophy reminds us that external things are temporary and beyond our control. They can be lost, stolen, or destroyed. Relying on material possessions for happiness puts us in a vulnerable position of constant disappointment and dissatisfaction. Linking self-worth and happiness to possessions creates unending desires for more, leading to an obsession with accumulating wealth and constantly seeking the latest gadgets or deals. This insatiable desire results in perpetual dissatisfaction, as there is always something new to desire or someone who possesses more. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, emphasized distinguishing between desires and needs. Excessive materialism arises from the unceasing desire for more and the misconception that ownership guarantees lasting happiness. Stoic philosophy encourages us to reassess our desires, prioritizing those aligned with our values and well-being. To overcome the habit of excessive materialism, begin by practicing contentment with what you already have. Recognize that the pursuit of material possessions often leads to a cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. Shift your focus toward developing virtues like wisdom, courage, and compassion, true sources of satisfaction. Stoic philosophy teaches us to redirect our focus from material possessions to the cultivation of inner virtues, qualities within our control that led to lasting contentment. Excessive attachment to materialism can foster feelings of insecurity and anxiety, creating a cycle of fear and envy. Stoic philosophy advocates practicing detachment, not abandoning material possessions entirely, but developing a healthy relationship with them. Recognize possessions as tools to improve lives rather than sources of validation or happiness. Gratitude practice and minimalism can aid in cultivating satisfaction and reducing attachment to material possessions. By freeing ourselves from the grip of materialism, we align our actions with Stoic principles. We can focus on developing virtues, building meaningful relationships, and contributing to societal betterment. This shift in mindset allows us to find genuine satisfaction and live a life guided by Stoics. In summary, excessive attachment to material possessions weakens our adherence to Stoic philosophy. Recognizing the temporary nature of external things and practicing detachment can free us from the cycle of desire, leading to satisfaction in the development of virtues and living by Stoic principles. Seeking external validation. The pursuit of external validation. Habit 5 can undermine your commitment to Stoic philosophy. Stoic teachings emphasize the significance of prioritizing internal virtues over seeking acceptance from others. Over-reliance on external approval can render you dependent on others' opinions, eroding your self-reliance. In today's social media-dominated society, the common practice of seeking external approval is exacerbated. Many gauge their self-worth and happiness based on likes, comments, and followers, fostering a constant need for acceptance that can result in fragile self-esteem. Stoic philosophy, however, reminds us that genuine happiness and contentment emanate from within. The development of virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control, as advocated by Stoic philosophers, transcends reliance on external opinions or approval. These virtues are qualities we can nurture within ourselves, irrespective of external circumstances. Seeking approval from others compromises our power, making us susceptible to fluctuating opinions and tying our self-esteem to external validation. Imaginatur, an illustrative example of this habit. Imagine putting considerable effort into a blog post that you're proud of. Instead of evaluating its value and the satisfaction it brings, you immediately seek external approval by checking views, likes, and comments. If the feedback falls short of expectations, disappointment ensues, casting doubt on the intrinsic value of your work and diminishing your confidence. To overcome this habit and reinforce Stoic philosophy, firstly, recognize that seeking external approval is fleeting and often beyond your control. Others' opinions can change, and the pursuit of their approval is an endless quest. Focus on developing internal virtues, align your actions with Stoic principles, and practice self-awareness and self-acceptance. When seeking approval, question why external validation is needed and assess its alignment with your values and goals. Remember that your worth is determined by your character and actions, not by others' opinions. Build confidence in your ability to assess and make decisions independently, seeking internal acceptance by evaluating actions based on Stoic virtues. Concentrate on personal development and progress rather than comparing yourself to others. Understand that happiness and contentment come from within, not external sources. Surround yourself with a supportive community that values and encourages your growth, seeking feedback from trusted individuals with your best interests at heart. However, remember that their opinions should not define your work. In summary, the habit of constantly seeking external approval weakens the practice of Stoic philosophy. Recognizing the futility of relying on others' opinions to assess yourself allows you to focus on developing inner virtues and finding happiness from within. Through self-awareness and the cultivation of a supportive community, you can strengthen your commitment to Stoic philosophy, leading a more ethical and fulfilling life. Habit 6. An ability to cope with negative emotions. Stoic philosophy underscores the importance of reason and not letting emotions dictate our actions. However, succumbing to negative emotions like anger, envy, or fear diminishes our ability to maintain composure and act virtuously. Exploring this topic reveals the impact of yielding to negative emotions on our Stoic practice and overall well-being. Negative emotions overpower reason, clouding judgment, leading to impulsive reactions, regrettable words, and damaged relationships. Fear can hinder embracing necessary risks or facing challenges, impeding progress in developing virtues like patience, kindness, and self-control. Stoic philosophy views emotions as impressions arising from our evaluation of the world. Stoics believe we have control over our evaluations and, consequently, by practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, we can examine our thoughts, challenge those leading to negative emotions, and develop thoughts aligned with reason and ethics. A key concept in Stoic philosophy is apatheia, often misunderstood as complete detachment from emotions. With said, it's about developing emotional resilience and maintaining inner tranquility when facing difficult situations. Stoics acknowledge that negative emotions are natural but encourage responding with reason, wisdom, and self-control. To overcome the habit of succumbing to negative emotions and strengthen Our Stoic practice employ these strategies. Cultivate mindfulness to become more aware of emotions. Question evaluations triggering negative emotions. Practice regular self-reflection to identify patterns and explore alternative reactions. Seek virtue instead of revenge, focusing on long-term consequences. And embrace serenity by accepting what cannot be controlled. Applying these strategies consistently weakens the habit of succumbing to negative emotions, aligning with Stoicism's ideals of rationality, resilience, and inner tranquility. It's crucial to recognize that this process takes time and effort, with potential stumbles along the way, providing opportunities for growth and learning. Committing to Stoic principles of self-awareness and perseverance on the journey toward a more virtuous and satisfying life is essential. In summary, allowing negative emotions to dictate actions undermines the practice of Stoicism. By cultivating mindfulness, questioning evaluations, practicing self-reflection, seeking virtue over revenge, and embracing serenity, we gradually reduce the impact of negative emotions, aligning with Stoicism's ideals for a more virtuous and fulfilling life. Habit 7. Dwelling on past mistakes. Focusing on past mistakes is a habit that can erode your commitment to Stoic philosophy. Stoic teachings emphasize concentrating on the present moment, accepting past events, and learning from mistakes instead of incessantly dwelling on them. However, many find themselves ensnared in a cycle of regret, guilt, and self-blame, hindering personal growth. Replaying past mistakes reinforces negative emotions, creating a sense of stagnation, weakening our ability to find peace and contentment, and hindering positive changes. A core principle of Stoic philosophy underscores the recognition that we cannot change the past. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, emphasized that what truly frightens and dismays us is not external events but our thoughts about them. Focusing on past mistakes immerses us in negative thoughts and emotions, leading to unnecessary suffering. Stoic philosophy advocates a moment without judgment. Mindfulness allows full engagement in the current experience. Developing a habit of gratitude redirects attention away from past mistakes. Expressing gratitude for the present moment and lessons from past experiences shifts the focus to positive aspects of life, fostering satisfaction. Breaking the habit of dwelling on past mistakes demands conscious effort and a commitment to Stoic principles. Remember that we have the choice in how we react to the past, and dwelling on mistakes impedes a fulfilling and virtuous life. Embrace self-compassion, practice mindfulness, and cultivate a habit of gratitude to weaken the grip of this habit. Learn from mistakes, mature as individuals, and direct energy toward the pursuit of virtue in the present moment. Strive to free yourself from the chains of past regret and embrace the teachings of Stoic philosophy for a more meaningful and virtuous life. Ignoring the well-being of others. In Stoic philosophy, Habit 8 underscores the concept of cosmopolitanism, emphasizing our inclusion in a broader human community and the imperative to care about everyone's well-being. Neglecting the needs and suffering of others can diminish our empathy and moral virtue, impeding the development of ethical qualities. Stoic philosophy encourages living in harmony with nature and cultivating virtues such as wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Benevolence, or goodwill towards others, is a fundamental virtue stressed by Stoic philosophy. Disregarding the welfare of others violates this virtue, resulting in a disconnection from our fellow human beings. When we ignore the well-being of others, indifference to their struggles, needs, and suffering emerges. This indifference may manifest as insensitivity to the pain of the less fortunate or a failure to provide support or assistance. Neglecting the welfare of others denies us the opportunity to practice empathy and compassion, crucial for moral character development. Stoic philosophy emphasizes viewing all individuals as deserving of respect, consideration, and empathy, recognizing the interconnectedness of all people. Furthermore, disregarding the welfare of others prevents us from reaping the benefits of engaging in acts of kindness and benevolence. Research indicates that acts of kindness not only benefit the recipient but also positively impact the Ignoring the welfare of others reinforces a self-centered mindset, hindering personal development. True happiness and contentment, according to Stoic philosophy, arise from living a virtuous life aligned with the principles of reason and ethics. Ignoring the welfare of others leads us away from this fundamental truth, making us captives of selfishness and self-interest. To overcome this habit and strengthen our practice of Stoic philosophy, it's crucial to nurture empathy and goodwill towards others actively. This involves learning about the perspectives and experiences of others and practicing acts of kindness. Embracing the virtue of benevolence not only reinforces Stoic philosophy, but also contributes to creating a world filled with compassion and harmony. By actively seeking the well-being of others, we become agents of positive change, fostering a sense of community and promoting the overall welfare of humanity. Habit 9. Succumbing to external pressures. In Stoic philosophy, habit 9 revolves around succumbing to external pressures. This habit highlights the challenge of letting external circumstances dictate our internal state. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, yet succumbing to external pressures often leads to anxiety, stress, and a diminished sense of inner peace. External pressures can manifest in various forms, such as societal expectations, peer influences, or the pursuit of external validation. When we allow these external forces to shape our thoughts, decisions, and emotions, we compromise the Stoic principle of maintaining autonomy over our internal world. To overcome this habit, it is essential to cultivate resilience and inner strength. Stoic philosophy encourages us to recognize the transient nature of external pressures and to develop an unwavering commitment to our principles and values. By prioritizing internal clarity and resilience, we can navigate external challenges without compromising our Stoic practice. In essence, habit 9 reminds us to remain steadfast in our Stoic principles, even in the face of external pressures, fostering a sense of inner calm and autonomy amidst the complexities of the external world. Habit 10. Pursuit of perfection. In Stoic philosophy, habit 10 cautions against the relentless pursuit of perfection, recognizing it as a potential impediment to personal development. Stoicism advocates for acknowledging the inherent imperfections within human nature, and understanding that the relentless quest for perfection can give rise to unrealistic expectations, chronic dissatisfaction, and undue stress. The habit of seeking perfection often involves fixating on flawless outcomes, fostering a fear of failure, and succumbing to excessive self-criticism. This mindset stands in contrast to Stoic principles that emphasize the importance of embracing challenges, learning from mistakes, and recognizing the inherent value in the ongoing journey of self-improvement. To overcome this habit, it is crucial to adopt a Stoic mindset that prioritizes progress over perfection. By shifting focus towards continuous improvement and learning from experiences, we align ourselves with Stoic ideals of resilience, wisdom, and the acceptance of our human limitations. This transformative perspective not only fosters a healthier approach to personal growth, but also encourages a more compassionate understanding of oneself and others. In the pursuit of a virtuous life in harmony with Stoic philosophy, it becomes evident that embracing imperfections and valuing progress over an unattainable perfection is a cornerstone of a fulfilling and meaningful existence. In COMPILATION, neglecting the well-being of others stands as a habit that undermines the essence of Stoic philosophy. To overcome this, acknowledging the significance of empathy and goodwill becomes pivotal, actively working towards cultivating a heightened concern for the welfare of humanity. Not only fortifies our character but also contributes to the establishment of a more ethical and compassionate society. Exploring habits that signify weakness, we've delved profoundly into the insights of Stoic philosophy and how its principles serve as tools to conquer these habits. Stoic thinking, when applied, has the transformative power to reshape all these habits. It directs us to focus on what we can control, nurture virtues, confront life's challenges with courage and patience, and find happiness in the present moment, letting go of the need for external approval and material possessions. Given the authority to venture beyond our comfort zones and glean insights from the past without being weighed down by remorse, The path of turning vulnerability into strength demands both patience and exertion. As you set forth on this transformative expedition, bear in mind that change unfolds progressively, and consistently applying Stoic principles in your everyday life with commitment and persistence fosters liberation from ingrained habits, clearing the path toward a meaningful, resilient, and serene existence. Seek teachings of Stoic philosophy. Seek internal acceptance, replace complaints with gratitude, prioritize virtue over material wealth, face challenges with courage, and release the grip of the past. Through this, you initiate a profound transformational journey towards a life adorned with strength, wisdom, and enduring happiness. The journey is yours to traverse, and the destination is within reach. Seize today and embark on the transformative path with Stoic philosophy. Thank you for accompanying us on this exploration. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this content beneficial, please like and share it with others who might find value in it. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights, and we look forward to continuing this journey of learning and growth together.
As the great philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, the degree of your ability to live a happy life is directly proportional to the level of your willingness to be ruthless. Today, we'll explore how kindness, when taken to extremes, might just be the ultimate downfall. You see, Nietzsche's words challenge us to question the conventional wisdom that kindness is an unmitigated virtue. Could it be that in our pursuit of being virtuous, we unwittingly open the door to a cascade of unintended consequences? Let's embark on a journey together to uncover the 8 surprising ways in which the relentless pursuit of kindness may, in fact, lead us down a treacherous path. First point, exploitation by others. Imagine a world where kindness becomes a double-edged sword, and your altruism unintentionally becomes an invitation for exploitation. This is the first pitfall we explore today, the peril of being taken advantage of by others. In a culture that often celebrates generosity, it's crucial to acknowledge that not everyone reciprocates with the same benevolence. Your kindness might attract individuals who see your goodwill as an opportunity rather than a virtue. Whether in personal relationships or professional settings, the risk of exploitation looms when your generosity knows no bounds. Consider the colleague who constantly leans on your willingness to help, but disappears when you need support, or the friend who takes advantage of your empathetic nature without offering the same in return. These situations are not uncommon, and the consequences can range from emotional exhaustion to tangible setbacks in your career or personal life. The key is not to abandon kindness, but to approach it with discernment, understanding when to set boundaries, and recognizing signs of exploitation can empower you to maintain your generous spirit while safeguarding your own well-being. It's a delicate balance between compassion and self-preservation in a world that doesn't always play fair. As we navigate the complex terrain of kindness and its potential pitfalls, let's delve into our second concern: neglecting personal boundaries. The very quality that makes you a compassionate and giving person, when taken to extremes, may lead to unintentional self-neglect. In the pursuit of kindness, it's not uncommon to prioritize the needs of others at the expense of our own well-being. The danger lies in a continual disregard for personal boundaries, a tendency to say yes when it's in our best interest to say no. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely remarked, "He suffers more than necessary who suffers before it is necessary." Neglecting personal boundaries can result in physical and emotional exhaustion, leaving you drained and unable to be the beacon of kindness you aspire to be. Remember, practicing kindness doesn't mean sacrificing your own needs. It's about finding harmony between helping others and maintaining a healthy sense of self. Seneca's words echo the importance of discernment in our actions, emphasizing that true kindness begins with a balanced and thoughtful approach to both others and ourselves. So, let's embark on this introspective journey, exploring how cultivating kindness can coexist harmoniously with establishing and respecting personal boundaries, ensuring that your altruism doesn't inadvertently become a source of personal detriment. As our exploration into the complexities of kindness continues, let me share a brief story that illustrates our next concern: stunted personal growth. Meet Alex, a kind-hearted individual with a big heart. Alex found satisfaction in making people happy and was always willing to provide a helping hand. However, as time passed, Alex discovered that his unwavering concentration on pleasing others had unwittingly stifled his personal progress. The countless hours spent on the needs and desires of friends, family, and colleagues left little room for pursuing personal goals and aspirations. Dreams were placed on the back burner, and opportunities for self-improvement were sacrificed in the name of constant kindness. It's a tale many of us might relate to, the gradual realization that excessive kindness, though well-intentioned, can inadvertently hinder our own development. As we navigate this aspect, let's reflect on the balance required between enriching the lives of others and nurturing our personal journey. In the words of the great poet Rumi, don't be pleased with stories of how things went for others. Develop your own tale. Together, let's unravel the myths we might be unintentionally creating in our lives through kindness, ensuring that our journey encompasses both compassion for others and a commitment to personal growth. In our contemplation of kindness, we now arrive at a juncture that many may find familiar: the challenge of saying no. Often, the desire to be kind manifests as an inclination to always say yes, even when it may not be in our best interest. Picture this: you're presented with another request, another opportunity to extend your generosity, and again, you find yourself hesitating to decline. It's not because you lack the awareness of your limitations, but because the word no feels like a departure from the benevolence you wish to embody. However, the ability to say no is not a rejection of kindness. Rather, it's a declaration of self-respect. It's an acknowledgement that your time, energy, and well-being are valuable and deserve protection. As the philosopher Epictetus once wisely said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Saying no is a conscious response, a practice in setting boundaries that allows your kindness to be genuine and sustainable. So, let's embrace the power of no as a tool for self-care, recognizing that in preserving our own balance, we fortify the foundation from which our kindness can truly flourish. Together, let's navigate the art of saying no with grace, ensuring that our acts of kindness are not a source of depletion, but a wellspring of enduring compassion. As our voyage through the intricacies of kindness unfolds, we encounter the subtle yet profound challenge of resentment and frustration. Picture Sarah, a soul overflowing with kindness, tirelessly offering her support to those around her. Yet, with time, the lack of reciprocity cast a shadow on her altruism, breeding unspoken frustration. Sarah's story teaches us that kindness should never be a solitary endeavor. It's a dance of give and take, a harmonious exchange that enriches both the giver and the receiver. Resentment, when left unaddressed, becomes a silent saboteur, eroding the very foundation of benevolence. Our task is clear: foster open communication, set expectations, and build relationships that are reciprocal. Let our kindness be an invitation for genuine connection, where each act is a step toward mutual upliftment. In the realm of kindness, resentment has no place. Instead, let understanding and compassion pave the way for relationships that stand the test of time. When you're trying to help someone, your good intentions might unintentionally support their harmful habits. Philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "Be careful when you fight monsters, lest you become one." This idea applies to kindness. Sometimes, in our efforts to help, we might unknowingly contribute to a cycle of problems. Think about it like standing near a deep hole. As you try to help someone climb out, be cautious not to fall in yourself. Our kindness should empower, not make things worse. So, let's be mindful. May our support encourage positive change, not create dependence. By balancing kindness with thoughtful consideration, we ensure our good intentions truly make a difference. In the spirit of Nietzsche's wisdom, let our kindness be a light that uplifts, steering clear of unintentionally reflecting the challenges we aim to help overcome. While we cannot control our external circumstances, we can always control how we respond to them. As the philosopher Epictetus wisely said, this sentiment holds significant relevance in our conversation today. How frequently do our concerns about upsetting others prompt decisions that jeopardize our long-term objectives? In the search of serenity, one may make decisions that diverge from their goals. This highlights the crucial realization that compassion should not overpower our judgments. It highlights the significance of creating a balance between assertiveness and compassion in order to ensure that decisions are congruent with personal ideals. So, let's navigate the delicate dance between kindness and decision-making. May our choices be rooted in wisdom, allowing us to respond thoughtfully to external circumstances while upholding the values of compassion. In the spirit of Epictetus, let our kindness be a guide in making decisions that stand the test of time. Our final concern delves into the intricate balance of benevolence, becoming a target for manipulation. Imagine a world where your trusting nature unintentionally makes you susceptible to manipulation. In the words of an ancient proverb, trust, but verify. This timeless wisdom encapsulates the essence of our discussion. How often does our kindness become a vulnerability, inviting those with less honorable intentions to take advantage? Picture Michael, whose open-hearted nature made him susceptible to manipulation. Our task is to cultivate discernment, recognizing when our kindness is reciprocated authentically and when it's exploited. So, let's navigate this delicate balance. Let our kindness be a bridge that fosters genuine connection, not a vulnerability for manipulation. By embracing discernment, we ensure that our goodwill contributes to positive relationships rather than becoming a pawn in someone else's game. In the spirit of the proverb, let our kindness be a beacon of trust, grounded in wisdom. As we reach the culmination of our exploration into the complexities of kindness, it's essential to reflect on the profound insights gained. Each concern we've uncovered is not a call to abandon kindness, but an invitation to refine and elevate it. In the words of Maya Angelou, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Let our journey through kindness be a testament to the enduring impact of genuine compassion. As we tread the delicate balance between altruism and self-preservation, let us carry forth the lessons learned. May our acts of kindness be intentional, mindful, and empowering, fostering connections that enrich both the giver and the receiver. In the tapestry of life, kindness should be a thread that weaves resilience, understanding, and unity. It's a force that transcends the pitfalls we've explored, emerging stronger and more profound.
Have you ever found yourself surrounded by people who only seem to be in your life when they need something, yet mysteriously disappear when you need them the most? In this quest for understanding, we unveil the 7 attitudes that may serve as silent signaling a relationship built on exploitation rather than reciprocity. Today, we embark on a profound exploration into the intricacies of human interactions, unraveling the enigma of those who may walk alongside us but harbor intentions veiled in shadows. I invite you to join me on this introspective journey as we delve into the realm of self-awareness, navigating the subtle currents of relationships. Stay with us as we uncover the subtle nuances of these behaviors, equipping you with the knowledge to identify and navigate away from toxic influences. If you're looking to cultivate a healthier environment and safeguard your energy, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Let's embark on this journey together, unraveling the intricacies of relationships and reclaiming the authenticity you deserve. Are you ready? Let's begin. In the pursuit of a life marked by authenticity and genuine connections, we must first decipher the subtle cues that distinguish true companionship from mere companionship. Picture the calm waters of a reflective lake, mirroring the essence of our inner selves. In the same way, let us reflect on the attitudes that ripple beneath the surface of our relationships, discerning the echoes of sincerity or the absence thereof. The first attitude we explore is the art of selective presence. Have you ever noticed a pattern where someone seems conspicuously absent during your moments of triumph, yet mysteriously present when the shadows of adversity linger. This is the subtle dance of selective presence, where the genuine connections you seek are eclipsed by the calculated maneuvers of those who navigate your life with self-serving intent. As we stand at this crossroads of revelation, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Are there individuals in your life who, like ethereal specters, materialize only when it serves their purposes? Recognizing this selective dance of presence is akin to unlocking a hidden code in the intricate language of human connections. But fear not, for in understanding this art, you hold the key to a profound revelation. Empower yourself with the wisdom to discern when someone is merely utilizing your presence as a stepping stone rather than embracing the entirety of your journey. Reflect upon the patterns that reveal themselves in the dance of relationships, and, armed with this knowledge, you can set forth on a path of self-affirmation and boundary setting. In the realm of selective presence, cultivate the strength to surround yourself with those who honor your presence consistently, not just when it suits their narrative. Let this awareness be the compass guiding you towards authentic connections, where your presence is not a tool but a cherished contribution to the shared tapestry of genuine human bonds. As we unravel the threads of this intricate tapestry, remember, the art of selective presence is but the first revelation on our quest for profound understanding. The second signal is the lack of detailed personal interest. Within the intricate tapestry of interpersonal connections, another distinct warning sign emerges as the second signal: a lack of detailed personal interest. Genuine companionship is distinguished by a sincere curiosity about each other's lives, emotions, and experiences. Authentic friends revel in shared stories, celebrate joys, and provide support through challenges. However, a noticeable contrast arises when engaging with individuals whose interest seems purely functional or opportunistic. Rarely do they inquire about your day, emotions, or aspirations. Their participation in conversations appears to be solely self-focused. Discussions, if they happen, orbit around their own experiences and needs or stick to surface-level topics, devoid of emotional or personal depth. This dynamic uncovers a troubling disconnection, leaving you with the impression that your voice and story hold value only when serving their unilateral interests. In this relationship, you become an audience for their narratives or a resource for their convenience. The absence of genuine curiosity and empathy serves as a clear signal that your worth to this person hinges on what you can offer, not on who you are. Though acknowledging this reality may be painful, it is crucial for self-assessment and the preservation of one's dignity. Are we engaged in a relationship marked by equitable and genuine exchange, or are we relegated to mere supporting roles in someone else's life narrative? Recognizing the lack of personal interest in a relationship acts as a red flag, prompting the need to reassess connections and actively seek environments where one is valued and respected in their entirety. If you've reached this point, you're among the few genuinely committed to personal growth. Comment seeking wisdoms along with today's date to affirm your dedication to self-discovery. The third signal is unpacking guilt and manipulation. Within the expansive realm of human relationships, a distinct warning arises with the advent of the third signal: the strategic deployment of guilt as a tool of influence. Diverse in its manifestations, this specific type of manipulation assumes multiple guises. However, its fundamental purpose remains consistent: to coax, or more precisely, to drive individuals towards conforming to the manipulator's wishes. You regularly find yourself in situations marked by a subtle but powerful influence, urging you to comply with requests or demands. Conversely, the other party skillfully manipulates your emotions like puppets, orchestrating them to achieve their goals. Phrases like, "If you were genuinely my friend, you would do this, or I'd do the same for you," become piercing tools hurled into the emotional battlefield, strategically aimed at exploiting your kindness and empathy. These deceptive tactics are shrewdly veiled beneath the facade of routine or duty. Their aim is to plant seeds of uncertainty about your own thoughts and feelings, prompting you to question if compliance is your duty. Navigating this terrain is risky, as it may lead to a gradual erosion of your emotional well-being and self-worth. Conversely, it's vital to recognize that flourishing relationships prosper in the rich soil of trust, mutual respect, and the freedom to express and address individual needs without intimidation. Should you often discover yourself entangled in the grip of such manipulative tactics, a compelling call for reassessment arises. It's a juncture demanding scrutiny of the relationship's viability and the possibility of setting healthier boundaries. Facing and recognizing manipulation is a courageous step towards safeguarding your emotional well-being. It's an assertion of self where you affirm your right not to be coerced or guilt-tripped into decisions that may not be in your best interest. The fourth signal is consistent disregard for nuanced respect. Amidst the complex weave of interpersonal bonds, the fourth sign emerges, indicating a persistent dysfunction, an ongoing absence of nuanced respect. A crucial element in any substantial relationship, ought to endure consistently. A sincere friend or unwavering companion exemplifies this by consistently displaying mutual consideration and regard. Conversely, someone who regularly exploits you tends to disregard these fundamental boundaries. Imagine finding yourself in scenarios where your plans are routinely canceled last minute, or the other party is consistently late, or worse, fails to show up at all. An unspoken assumption lingers that you're expected to consistently adapt to their whims and this repetitive disregard for your time and needs conveys a distinct message of undervaluing the relationship. When viewed as a whole, these behaviors form a pattern that unmistakably signals selfishness and a lack of consideration. Nevertheless, it's essential to recognize that human fallibility is intrinsic. We all may, on occasion, act selfishly. What distinguishes someone exploiting you is the sustained repetition of these actions, combined with a lack of acknowledgement or initiative to change. While navigating the intricacies of human relationships, it becomes imperative to remember that self-awareness and assertiveness carry significant influence. They serve as protection against exploitation. Identifying these symptoms and knowing how to respond becomes critical. Recognizing the presence of a harmful relationship marks a crucial step in reassessing these connections and actively protecting your emotional and mental health. As we navigate the complexities of human relationships, it becomes essential to realize that we have the capabilities to recognize and address exploitative situations. For those relishing this exploration, seize the opportunity. Acquire the ebook now. Find the link in the pinned comment. Hollow connections and their consequences could This particular sign is deceptively subtle as it veils the genuine nature of the relationship. An individual who is leveraging your presence tends to sidestep the formation of deep and meaningful connections. This tendency is observable in interactions that seldom transcend the surface. In such relationships, a discernible pattern may emerge. Discussions typically orbit around trivial matters, evading the exploration of more profound or personal subjects. These individuals guard their vulnerabilities closely, keeping their emotions under tight control. This imperceptible barrier impedes the relationship from evolving into a more intimate level of trust and camaraderie. The relationship seems to be stuck in an everlasting introductory phase. Even after an extended period, you come to the awareness that you haven't authentically progressed beyond a surface-level veneer. This acts as a conspicuous signal that, for the other party, the relationship lacks priority, and it doesn't function as a conduit for genuine exchange of experiences and emotions. Acknowledging this surface-level dynamic is crucial for your emotional well-being. It prompts reflection on the worth and depth of your relationships. We Dedicator urges us to question: are we dedicating our time and energy to fertile ground capable of fostering mutual growth? Or are we holding on to a mere facade of connection that never matures into something more substantial? The recognition of a superficial bond serves as a guiding force, empowering us to make informed decisions. It equips us to safeguard our peace of mind and pursue relationships that provide genuine reciprocity and depth. Within the complex web of human bonds, the sixth sign emerges with a sobering clarity: the absence in crucial moments. The genuine core of a thriving relationship frequently manifests not in tranquil intervals, but in the turbulent stretches of life. Is in confronting adversity, whether marked by sickness, personal mourning, or moments of heightened tension. that the true essence of a connection undergoes rigorous evaluation. Imagine encountering one of these testing moments, expecting support and empathy from someone you regard as a friend or partner. Yet, you encounter emptiness, a conspicuous absence, possibly coupled with superficial consolation or generic phrases that feel more like a formality than genuine understanding. This repetitive trend, where emotional and physical assistance is noticeably lacking or completely absent during challenging times, acts as a concerning signal. It implies the relationship might be significantly one-sided, with one person making emotional investments while the other sidesteps reciprocity. The void in crucial moments serves as a mirror, unveiling the genuine essence of the relationship. It goes beyond mere physical presence. It signifies a dearth of empathy, emotional unavailability, and indifference, all of which speak volumes. This lack of support not only corrodes the emotional foundation of the relationship, but also prompts reflections on its inherent value and the authenticity of the connection. Though acknowledging this reality may be painful, it is essential for safeguarding one's dignity and emotional well-being. Confronting this truth propels us to reevaluate the relationship and contemplate the importance of fostering more balanced connections where support and presence are mutually exchanged. Spotting concerning signs in a relationship marks a crucial initial step, but the true measure lies in how we respond to these revelations. In pivotal moments demanding support and unity, the absence of someone who should be by our side unveils uncomfortable truths about the relationship. The lack of emotional commitment and solidarity from someone exploiting us becomes a clear indicator of these deficiencies. To cultivate healthier and more equitable relationships, it is imperative to establish explicit boundaries. Saying no is foundational in any robust relationship, and articulating your boundaries clearly and directly when feeling uneasy or pressured is pivotal. Defining and resolutely upholding what is acceptable to you is an act of self-respect that preserves your emotional well-being. In instances where you sense exploitation, transparent and sincere communication becomes paramount. Approaching the issue calmly, articulately, and directly, expressing your feelings without accusations, can illuminate misunderstandings and offer the other person a chance to reassess and modify their behavior. Taking steps to garner support in navigating the emotional intricacies of an uneven relationship is another crucial move. Engaging in conversations with trusted friends, family members, or seeking professional guidance can offer an external perspective, support, and valuable advice. Every person is entitled to respect and reciprocity in their relationships. Recognizing and addressing situations where your interests are overlooked is vital for fortifying your emotional well-being. Navigating these challenges teaches us how to build and sustain healthier, more fulfilling relationships grounded in mutual respect, empathy, and effective communication. By identifying signs of unbalanced relationships and taking proactive measures, you embark on a crucial journey to safeguard yourself and nurture more wholesome interactions. Remind yourself that your worth is not determined by others' treatment of you. It is inherent and reaffirmed by how you stand firm in situations where respect or consideration is lacking. Again, open communication. In our exploration of the intricate dynamics of human relationships, the seventh signal emerges with notable significance: a pattern of evading open communication. Any flourishing relationship relies on effective communication to develop understanding, empathy, and mutual progress. However, when one party consistently avoids open and honest dialogue, it raises concerns about the transparency and health of the connection. Imagine finding yourself in situations where attempts at discussing feelings, concerns, or the state of the relationship are met with deflection, silence, or vague responses. This evasion of open communication manifests as a deliberate effort to keep certain aspects of the relationship veiled, hindering the potential for genuine connection. Individuals in good relationships are comfortable voicing their views and emotions without feeling judged. Conversely, a persistent pattern of communication evasion suggests a reluctance to engage in the vulnerability required for true intimacy. Understanding this seventh signal is critical for establishing an open and understanding partnership. prompts us to question whether we are in a partnership where both parties actively contribute to effective communication, or if one is avoiding it as a means of controlling the narrative. Overcoming the aversion of open communication requires establishing a situation whereby both parties have trust in expressing themselves without judgment. Honest conversations can uncover underlying issues, fostering a more genuine connection built on trust and shared understanding. In our journey to navigate the complexities of human interactions, acknowledging and addressing the evasion of open communication is an essential step towards cultivating relationships that are not only reciprocal but also grounded in sincerity and emotional authenticity. The eighth signal in human relationships points to an observable imbalance in the investment of effort. In healthy relationships, both individuals actively contribute to growth and well-being. However, when one consistently invests more time, energy, and commitment than the other, it signifies a potential lack of reciprocity and shared responsibility. Recognizing this signal urges an examination of the partnership's dynamics, contemplating whether both are equally engaged. Addressing this involves open communication about expectations, boundaries, and the shared vision for the relationship. Cultivating partnerships with mutual engagement and commitment becomes crucial for a balanced and fulfilling connection. In conclusion, navigating the complexities of human relationships requires a keen awareness of various signals that may indicate potential challenges. Recognizing signs such as superficial bonding, guilt-based manipulation, and an absence in crucial moments can be crucial for preserving one's emotional well-being. Furthermore, the importance of open communication, mutual investment of effort, and the establishment of clear boundaries cannot be overstated. As we delve into the intricacies of these signals, it becomes evident that healthy relationships thrive on reciprocity, empathy, and shared responsibility. Acknowledging these signals is not just a means of identifying potential issues, but a proactive step toward fostering connections that are genuine, balanced, and enriching. The journey towards fulfilling relationships involves continuous self-reflection and a commitment to maintaining boundaries that safeguard one's emotional health. Individuals may empower themselves to create relationships based on mutual respect, effective communication, and shared commitment by identifying and reacting to these signs. In the pursuit of healthier interactions, it's essential to remember that self-worth is intrinsic, and one's value is not defined by how others treat them. By being attuned to these signals and taking proactive steps, individuals embark on a journey of self-respect, empowerment, and the cultivation of relationships that contribute positively to their lives. During times of profound uncertainty, maintaining a composed demeanor becomes more than a mere extravagance. The ancient Stoics confronted adversity head-on, enduring challenges while steadfastly following the paths of virtue. Delving into the memoirs of the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, known as Meditations, unveils his struggle to fulfill his duties without succumbing to madness or succumbing to the tempting allure of sensual pleasures, temptations that ensnared many rulers, including his own son. Misery takes root in fear, a prevailing emotion during periods of upheaval. It serves as the breeding ground for hatred, violence, hostility, and oppression. As this emotion spreads globally, akin to an infectious virus, the collective suffering intensifies. The strength of Stoicism doesn't lie in altering our circumstances, but in fortifying ourselves to navigate them, no matter how severe they may be. Within Stoicism, we discover the essential wisdom needed to enhance our resilience, not only to preserve our inner tranquility, but also to prosper and radiate amidst the uncertainties of life. Morcoles and P1 events themselves do not disturb us. It's not the events that disturb us. Both Stoics and Buddhists align in the belief that, concerning the human experience, nothing precedes the mind. While it may seem that external circumstances upset us, it's truly our thoughts about the world that wield the influence. External factors can directly impact our ideas and assumptions, or stir up latent elements in the subconscious, such as deeply ingrained beliefs or repressed past experiences. Thus, the creation of the experience lies within the mind. Instances include our convictions that we shouldn't encounter adversities like illness or financial setbacks, or that we should be spared from experiencing any form of loss. Unfortunately, this stance indicates a denial of the inherent reality of nature. Unpleasant events are universal, affecting everyone, and no one is exempt from the inevitable changes that life brings. According to Stoicism, we possess a choice in how we respond. Life's flow, the aging process, illness, war, and disease are beyond our control. Stoicism, however, emphasizes our agency in forming opinions, making judgments, and, for instance, we can relinquish the notion that only positive experiences should befall us and acknowledge that even the most catastrophic events may cross our path. From a Stoic perspective, facing such events shouldn't evoke fear, but should be seen as an opportunity to embrace reality and cease resistance to the inevitable. Acceptance, in turn, leads to inner peace. It's a matter of embracing whatever unfolds and recognizing that our own experience, not the events themselves, determines how we feel. Too many occurrences are not entirely novel. Similar to most life forms on Earth, human beings possess a restricted perspective on the unfolding of life, and this limited viewpoint significantly shapes our experience of the world. Consider the mayfly, for instance, a creature born and perishing on the same day. Oblivious to night, seasons, years, and decades, its worldview is exceedingly narrow. What it perceives as once-in-a-lifetime events are, for us, routine daily happenings. The universe reveals itself to us in recurring cycles and waves, until we live through at least one complete cycle or wave. Events may appear unprecedented. However, a historical examination unveils that many of the events causing disturbance and fear have occurred previously. Wars, pandemics, natural disasters, tribal conflicts, and clashes between conservative and progressive factions. These struggles often disrupt our inner peace. A glance at old newspapers reveals these as archetypal expressions that repeat throughout various ages. As Marcus Aurelius eloquently expressed, look at the past. Empire succeeding empire, and from that extrapolate the future, the same thing, no escape from the rhythm of events. Which is why observing life for 40 years is as good as 1,000. Would you really see anything new? 3. The unreliability of our thoughts is a notable aspect. The mind stands as a formidable biological apparatus capable of transforming imagination into reality. Our survival in a frequently hostile world, inhabited by physically stronger creatures, owes much to our cognitive abilities. The mind has given rise to exquisite works of art, literature, and architecture, propelled us to the moon, and holds the promise of guiding us to other planets. A truly potent tool. However, this potency comes with inherent dangers. While exploring potential outcomes can be constructive, an excessive indulgence in such contemplation traps us in a whirlwind of overthinking, undermining inner peace. Repeatedly dwelling on possible scenarios often leads to irrational thoughts based on assumptions. Anxiety about the future, preoccupied with potential misfortunes, becomes a common. Indeed, there is a possibility that our thoughts may manifest, but it's crucial to recognize that a thought remains just that. It is not tangible reality. Drawing from the wisdom of the ancient Stoic Seneca, he aptly noted, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Analogy holds true. A menu, no matter how frequently perused, cannot compare to the actual food on our plate. For adversity has the potential to fortify our resilience. In the face of considerable hardship, the lamentation over our miseries might seem justified. However, Marcus Aurelius would have contested such a perspective. For him, the ability to navigate through challenges and thrive despite them is a Stoicism, he argued, is not about sidestepping life, but about safeguarding our mental well-being amidst its tribulations. A task admittedly easier said than done. From a Stoic perspective, the emphasis should be on the process of tolerating existing conditions while retaining inner calm. Every time we spend lamenting our circumstances and denying reality is a moment we could use to improve the quality of our lives, regardless of external problems. It's regrettable that this has occurred. No, it's lucky that this has occurred and that I have not been injured by it. That I have not been broken by the present or terrified by the future. 5. The present is our sole reality. Animals, in contrast to humans, seem to live in the immediate moment. Seneca observed how animals experience fear in the face of danger. Yet once the threat subsides, they swiftly move on, not dwelling on past events. Humans, on the contrary, often ruminate on the past for an entire lifetime, residing in a perpetual state of worry until death finally frees them. Memories bring back past hurts, and worries torment us, yet in reality, nothing is happening but our thoughts. True freedom from worry and rumination is found only when we remain firmly grounded in the present. Stoicism emphasizes that the past and future cannot touch us because they do not exist. Thus, sticking with the current situation significantly reduces our concerns. 6 hours E. Into they're all on a journey towards death. From the moment of our birth, our lives tick away second after second. Death, an inevitable consequence of life, represents the most destructive event we anticipate, signifying the disintegration and annihilation of what we perceive as ourselves. Seneca aptly noted, "For we are mistaken when we look forward to death. The major portion of death has already passed. Whatever years be behind us are in death's hands." Life unfolds as an extraordinary journey full of surprises. It is a waste of time to spend our days in anguish and resistance, ceaselessly creating a false sense of security when the very nature of the universe is inherently insecure. Dwelling in worry today seems senseless when faced with the possibility of death tomorrow. Adopting a Stoic perspective suggests that it is more sensible to spend our limited time letting go of the grip on the past and future, allowing us to seize the day while maintaining inner peace. 7. In the vast panorama of existence, our significance is limited. During moments of heightened anxiety, especially in times of uncertainty, gaining perspective on our lives can offer solace. Consider the mayfly, a fleeting existence from the human viewpoint. Yet, for Methuselah, a 4,700-year-old tree, a human life equates to approximately a single year. This ancient tree predates even the Stoics, witnessing the rise and fall of numerous human civilizations throughout its existence. From Methuselah's standpoint, our human lifespan doesn't loom large. Extend this perspective to the history of our planet. Then place our planet within the vastness of the cosmos, and suddenly our stature diminishes considerably. This doesn't negate the significance of the human experience. We possess the extraordinary capacity to experience deeply, a beautiful attribute irrespective of our size and lifespan. Adopting a Stoic viewpoint from above serves as a reminder of life's transience. It prompts the realization that many of the concerns, whether small or substantial, occupying our thoughts today may hold minimal importance a century hence. In conclusion, putting Stoic philosophy into practice involves gaining this broader perspective. For those interested in incorporating Stoic principles into their lives, exploring the playlist on Stoic exercises for inner peace may be worth. Thank you for your attention.
Age is but a number in the vast timeline of existence, a reminder from Stoicism that the present moment, the power of now, holds the key to timeless opportunities for change. Every breath we take signifies a chance to reshape our path, illustrating that transformation is not bound by age or the relentless flow of time. Stoicism urges us to see each moment as a fresh opportunity, emphasizing that it is never too late to make meaningful changes in alignment with Stoic virtue. Drawing from the wisdom of Seneca, who aptly stated, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Stoicism encourages us to view endings not merely as finalities, but as gateways to new beginnings. This perspective fosters hope and resilience in the face of change, acknowledging that even the most challenging endings possess the potential to lead to something positive and renewing. In a world that often idealizes youth as the prime time for learning and growth, Stoicism challenges this narrative. It reassures us that every stage of life is rich with potential, and every moment carries the promise of a new beginning. The philosophy teaches us to embrace the cyclical nature of life, understanding that endings are not conclusive, but rather transitions to fresh opportunities. As we age, it's common to perceive a diminishing window for change and development. Stoicism counters this belief, asserting that it is never too late to reinvent oneself, learn new skills, and embark on a journey of personal transformation. At the crossroads of past habits and future aspirations, Stoicism acts as a guiding light, illuminating the way forward and dispelling the notion that opportunities diminish with age. Stoicism reminds us that our life is shaped by our thoughts, emphasizing the transformative power of the mind regardless of age or circumstance. It serves as a practical guide for living, offering principles that are as relevant today as they were in ancient Greece and Rome. By focusing on what we can control, detaching from external outcomes, and finding inner peace, Stoicism empowers us to navigate life's changes and challenges with resilience and wisdom. In the pursuit of lifelong learning and personal transformation, Stoicism provides a mindset that transcends age. It encourages us to embrace the present moment, harness the power of now, and boldly step onto the path of continuous growth. The timeless wisdom of Stoicism becomes our guide as we navigate the waters of change, reminding us that it's never too late to redefine ourselves and unleash the greatness that lies within. Lesson 1. Seize the now. In the pursuit of perpetual learning through the lens of Stoicism, the foundational teaching urges us to seize the present moment. Seneca's profound insight encapsulates this idea, stating, "True happiness is found in relishing the present without anxiously fixating on the future." It's crucial to grasp the Stoic perspective on time. It's not a linear journey, but a sequence of present moments where our actions and impact hold sway. The past is immutable, and the future is uncertain. Thus, the present becomes our arena of control and influence. Commencing afresh each day, you might be burdened by regrets or haunted by future uncertainties. Stoicism guides us to regard every day as a new Genesis. Following Seneca's counsel, remind yourself each morning of the authority to commence anew, absorb novel knowledge, or alter a habit. This mindset isn't restricted to the youth. It stands as a timeless principle, applicable regardless of one's age. Practical measures to embrace the present. Mindful presence. Start your day with a mindfulness ritual. Sit in quiet reflection, hone in on your breath, and release lingering regrets from the past and apprehensions about the future. Immerse yourself in the present instant. Daily declarations. Affirm each morning that today unfolds as a fresh prospect for learning and development. Declare, I am a seeker. Today, I welcome fresh beginnings. Stoic to perpetual learning. Involves nurturing a mindset that perceives the present as fertile ground for evolution and transformation. It advocates regarding each day as a new chapter in life's narrative, where you wield the pen and can inscribe a novel tale, irrespective of your current chapter. The Stoic lesson of embracing the present as the genesis of change and learning serves as a potent reminder that age is merely a numeric label. Your mindset and actions today delineate your trajectory of unceasing growth and advancement. Seize this moment, for it's never too late to absorb wisdom, evolve, and prosper. Lesson 2. Embrace resilience in the face of challenges. Central to the essence of Stoic philosophy is a profound recognition of life's uncertainties and the unavoidable encounters with adversity. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, encapsulated this wisdom by stating, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This lesson explores the art of turning obstacles into stepping stones, a crucial mindset for those embarking on the journey of lifelong learning and self-improvement, particularly in the later stages of life. Adversity as a tutor. In Stoicism, challenges are not perceived as impediments, but rather as invaluable instructors. Each difficulty encountered is seen as an opportunity to embody virtues such as patience, courage, and resilience. When acquiring new skills or adapting to change, setbacks are not viewed as failures, but as integral components fostering mastery and growth. Voluntary discomfort. Building resilience involves willingly embracing discomfort. This might involve deliberately stepping beyond your comfort zone, whether by trying a new, intimidating activity or engaging in a challenging intellectual pursuit. The goal is to condition yourself to be at ease with discomfort, a trait beneficial in any learning endeavor. Thrive in Lesson 2 as you foster resilience amidst life's challenges. Embedded in Stoic philosophy is a profound grasp of life's capricious nature and the inevitable confrontation with adversity. Marcus Aurelius, the esteemed Stoic emperor, famously posited that impediments to action propel action, turning hindrances into pathways. This lesson accentuates the significance of regarding setbacks as stepping stones, expertise, and expansion, placing emphasis on willingly embracing discomfort. To nurture resilience, daily challenge yourself by venturing beyond your comfort zone. Delve into past triumphs, fortifying confidence in your capacity to confront forthcoming hurdles. Cultivate a growth mindset, nurturing the belief that dedication and diligence can shape aptitude and acumen. Keep a daily chronicle to gain insight into challenges and personal evolution, aligning with the tenets of Stoic introspection. Partake in Stoic contemplations, dedicating moments to reflect on the dichotomy of control, discerning what lies within your sphere of influence and what does not. By concentrating on manageable aspects, you enhance your proficiency in responding adeptly to challenges and alleviating apprehension. These pragmatic steps synchronize with Stoic principles, augmenting your readiness to confront and derive growth from life's tribulations. When confronted with the trials of acquiring new skills or adapting to changes, remind yourself of Stoic beliefs regarding the transient nature of all things, including hardships. Confront each challenge with the query, what insights can this offer me? This outlook transforms obstacles into occasions for enlightenment and setbacks into opportunities to reinforce your character. The Stoic art of nurturing resilience through adversity extends beyond weathering hardships. It involves actively capitalizing on them for personal maturation. Approaching challenges as occasions to cultivate strength and sagacity empowers you to traverse the avenue of continuous learning with conviction and purpose. This second lesson equips you with a potent instrument from the Stoic toolkit to embrace change and perpetuate uninterrupted growth. Stay tuned for forthcoming Stoic lessons, including Lesson 3, which centers on cultivating self-awareness and engaging in contemplative introspection. Stoicism underscores the importance of perpetual self-scrutiny, as demonstrated by Marcus Aurelius in his Reflections. Attaining a profound comprehension of oneself is pivotal in the ceaseless expedition of learning and personal advancement. In Stoic philosophy, self-awareness is deemed indispensable for personal growth. By comprehending your thoughts, emotions, and responses, you garner insight into your strengths and areas necessitating refinement. This self-awareness proves invaluable when assimilating new skills or adapting to change, enabling you to make judicious decisions and confront challenges with perspicuity. Practical maneuvers to foster self-awareness encompass daily introspection, deliberate response practices, soliciting feedback from peers, immersing oneself in philosophical literature, and engaging in Stoic mental exercises. Reflective introspection entails regular contemplation and analysis of thoughts and actions, aligning them with your values, identifying unproductive patterns, and effecting conscious modifications. Through routine reflection on thoughts, actions, and emotions, coupled with the pursuit of external feedback, you cultivate a profound sense of self. This amplifies your ability to learn, adapt, and burgeon, paving the way for a more attentive, purposeful, and gratifying learning expedition, regardless of your life stage. Immerse yourself in these Stoic practices to fortify resilience and self-awareness, empowering your perpetual journey of lifelong learning. Embark on Lesson 4. Embrace the virtue of temperance to foster equilibrium and self-discipline. Temperance, a fundamental virtue in Stoic philosophy, entails exercising restraint, moderation, and balance across all facets of life. This lesson delves into the significance of temperance in the realm of lifelong learning and personal growth. particularly as we mature and confront the intricacies of life. The essence of temperance and learning is grounded in the Stoic belief that excess in any form can disrupt balance and harmony. Whether it's excessive emotional indulgence, focus on a singular aspect of life, or any form of overindulgence, it can compromise the overall quality of both living and learning. Temperance, therefore, revolves around attaining a wholesome equilibrium, ensuring that our pursuits, including the pursuit of knowledge and skills, align with a well-rounded and harmonious life. Practical measures to cultivate temperance include practicing mindful consumption. Exercise mindfulness in your daily intake, whether it pertains to food, media, or information. Evaluate whether what you're consuming contributes positively to your life or if it leads to an imbalance. Establish boundaries in your learning journey. While passion for learning is commendable, it's crucial to set limits to prevent burnout. Allocate specific times for learning and dedicate times for rest and other activities. Engage in regular self-reflection on your desires and actions, ensuring they remain in moderation. Assess whether you're spending too much time on a particular activity and whether your desires are steering you towards excessive behavior. Diversify your activities to promote balance. Participate in a range of activities, balancing intellectual pursuits with physical activities or creative hobbies. This holistic approach enhances overall well-being and supports sustained learning. Develop the ability to say no frequently. Temperance involves the capacity to decline certain opportunities, requests, or personal desires. This practice helps maintain focus on what truly matters, avoiding overcommitment or overindulgence. Embracing temperance entails cultivating a life marked by balance and self-control. In the context of lifelong learning, it ensures that the pursuit of knowledge and skills remains harmonious and sustainable. Through mindful consumption, setting boundaries, reflecting on desires, engaging in diverse activities, and learning to decline, we can uphold a balanced approach to learning and living. This Stoic virtue is paramount for a gratifying and well-rounded journey of personal development, especially as we age and strive to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and equanimity. Embark on Lesson 4. Embrace the virtue of temperance to foster equilibrium in self-discipline. Temperance, a fundamental virtue in Stoic philosophy, entails exercising restraint, moderation, and balance across all facets of life. This lesson delves into the significance of temperance in the realm of lifelong learning and personal growth, particularly as we mature and confront the intricacies of life. The essence of temperance and learning is grounded in the Stoic belief that excess in any form can disrupt balance and harmony. Whether it's excessive emotional indulgence, focus on a singular aspect of life, or any form of overindulgence, it can compromise the overall quality of both living and learning. Temperance, therefore, revolves around attaining a wholesome equilibrium, ensuring that our pursuits, including the pursuit of knowledge and skills, align with a well-rounded and harmonious life. Practical measures to cultivate temperance include practicing mindful consumption. Exercise mindfulness in your daily intake, whether it pertains to food, media, or information. Evaluate whether what you're consuming contributes positively to your life or if it leads to an imbalance. Establish boundaries in your learning journey. While passion for learning is commendable, it's crucial to set limits to prevent burnout. Allocate specific times for learning and dedicate times for rest and other activities. Engage in regular self-reflection on your desires and actions, ensuring they remain in moderation. Assess whether you're spending too much time on a particular activity and whether your desires are steering you towards excessive behavior. Diversify your activities to promote balance. Participate in a range of activities, balancing intellectual pursuits with physical activities or creative hobbies. This holistic approach enhances overall well-being and supports sustained learning. Develop the ability to say no frequently. Temperance involves the capacity to decline certain opportunities, requests, or personal desires. This practice helps maintain focus on what truly matters, avoiding overcommitment or overindulgence. Embracing temperance entails cultivating a life marked by balance and self-control. In the context of lifelong learning, it ensures that the pursuit of knowledge and skills remains harmonious and sustainable. Through mindful consumption, setting boundaries, reflecting on desires, engaging in diverse activities, and learning to decline, we can uphold a balanced approach to learning and living. This Stoic virtue is paramount for a gratifying and well-rounded journey of personal development, especially as we age and strive to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and equanimity. Lesson 5. Cultivate a grateful mindset. In the journey of personal development, Lesson 5 underscores the significance of developing a grateful mindset, a key facet of Stoicism. Rather than dwelling on what is lacking, Stoicism encourages recognizing and appreciating what one currently possesses. This practice becomes a powerful tool for maintaining a positive and open perspective, especially as one navigates the complexities of life, particularly in later stages. Gratitude in Stoic philosophy, Stoicism guides individuals to focus on the present and appreciate the value of their current possessions, including intangible assets like experiences, knowledge, relationships, and even challenges that contribute to growth. The practice of gratitude not only enhances well-being, but also fosters a content and joyful approach to learning and personal development. Practical steps to develop gratitude: daily gratitude, journaling. Begin or end your day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. This simple practice shifts focus from scarcity to abundance. Reflect on challenges as opportunities. When faced with obstacles, reflect on the lessons they teach and how they contribute to personal growth. Transform difficulties into sources of gratitude for the valuable lessons they provide. Appreciate small wins. Celebrate small achievements in your learning and personal development journey. Recognition of these milestones fuels further growth and nurtures gratitude for progress. Express gratitude to others. Make expressing gratitude a habit in your interactions with family, friends, or mentors. This not only strengthens relationships, but also reinforces personal feelings of gratitude. Stoic meditations on impermanence. Engage in Stoic meditations that focus on the impermanence of life and possessions. This practice deepens appreciation for the present, fostering lasting gratitude. Mindful appreciation of the present. Take brief moments throughout the day to observe and appreciate your surroundings and experiences. This mindfulness practice strengthens the connection to the present and nurtures a natural state of gratitude. Developing the art of gratitude in Stoicism is a transformative practice that enriches both personal and intellectual growth. By cultivating a grateful mindset, individuals learn to appreciate the value of every moment, challenge, and learning opportunity. This approach not only enhances well-being, but also fosters a positive and receptive state of mind conducive to lifelong learning and personal development. Embracing gratitude allows individuals to navigate life's journey with a heart full of appreciation and a spirit open to continuous growth. Lesson 6. Practice mindfulness and present moment awareness. In Lesson 6, the focus shifts to the integration of mindfulness practices into daily life, a synergy between Stoicism and mindfulness. Despite originating from different philosophical traditions, both emphasize living in the present moment. This lesson explores the incorporation of mindfulness into daily life, enhancing Stoic pursuits of tranquility and wisdom, especially as individuals continue to learn and grow throughout life. Stoicism and mindfulness. Stoicism and mindfulness share a common emphasis on focusing on the present, cultivating awareness of thoughts, emotions, and actions. This heightened state of awareness allows for thoughtful responses to life situations. promoting clarity and equanimity rather than impulsive reactions. In the context of lifelong learning, mindfulness aids in absorbing knowledge effectively and facing challenges with a calm and focused mind. Practical steps to integrate mindfulness. Daily mindful breathing. Commence or conclude your day with a simple mindful breathing exercise. Focus on the sensation of your breath, bringing attention back whenever it wanders. This practice centers the mind and brings individuals into the present moment. Mindful observation. Regularly allocate time to observe surroundings with full attention. Notice details of a room, the texture of an object, or the sounds of nature. This practice enhances the ability to be fully present. Mindful listening in conversations. Practice fully focusing on the person speaking without formulating a response in your mind. This improves listening skills and deepens connections with others. Body scan meditation. Incorporate a body scan meditation into the routine, progressively focusing on relaxing each part of the body. This practice enhances awareness of physical sensations and anchors individuals in the present. Mindful eating. Turn meals into a mindfulness practice by eating slowly, savoring flavors and textures, and acknowledging the nourishment provided. This practice brings gratitude and presence to everyday activities. Reflective pauses throughout the day. Take brief pauses to reflect on the current state of mind and emotions without judgment. Gently guide focus back to the task at hand, maintaining a continuous state of mindfulness. The power of mindful reflection and decision-making. Mindfulness becomes a profound application of Stoic philosophy when incorporated into decision-making processes. Stoicism emphasizes reasoned judgment and thoughtful action. By practicing mindful reflection before making decisions, individuals ensure choices align with values and long-term goals. Crucial in the context of learning and personal development. Practical steps for mindful decision-making. Pause before decisions. When facing a significant choice, take a moment to pause and breathe deeply. Creating a space between stimulus and response allows for more thoughtful decision-making. Reflect on values and intentions. Consider how each option aligns with core values and long-term intentions. Ask whether the choice leads toward the person one aspires to be. Consider long-term implications. Reflect on the long-term consequences of decisions. Fostering a forward-thinking mindset crucial for lifelong learning. Cultivating mindful resilience to adversity. Mindfulness plays a vital role in developing resiliency, an essential quality in Stoic pursuit of inner peace and personal growth. Being mindful in the face of adversity enables individuals to observe reactions without being overwhelmed, responding with equanimity and reason. Practical steps for mindful resilience. Acknowledge and label emotions. When facing difficulties, acknowledge and label emotions. This recognition creates a buffer, allowing for more thoughtful responses. Mindful breathing during stress. In stressful situations, focus on breath to anchor oneself in the present. This practice reduces anxiety and provides clarity of thought. Reflective journaling on challenges. Journal about challenges, focusing on emotional and mental responses. Over time, this reveals patterns in handling adversity, guiding towards more mindful responses. By integrating mindfulness into daily life, individuals enhance their capacity for empathy, compassion, and resilience, especially in diverse and challenging situations. These practices not only align with Stoic philosophy, but also enrich personal and social life, contributing to a more understanding and cohesive world. Cultivating mindfulness, compassion, and empathy becomes an essential aspect of Stoic practice, fostering deeper connections with others and enhancing personal growth, making the journey through life more fulfilling and insightful. Lesson 8 underscores the importance of practicing perseverance and persistence, as well as fostering steadfastness in the face of challenges. Stoicism teaches us that maintaining these qualities is particularly crucial in the pursuit of personal development and lifelong learning. The focus is on cultivating the strength to remain unwavering in our goals and efforts, even when obstacles or slow progress arise. Stoicism reminds us that the journey toward wisdom and self-improvement is often lengthy and demanding, but ultimately rewarding. In the Stoic approach to overcoming obstacles, challenges are viewed not as insurmountable barriers, but as integral parts of the growth journey. The perspective encourages us to confront challenges directly, using them as opportunities to fortify our resolve and character. To enhance perseverance, it is advised to set clear long-term goals, break challenges into manageable steps, reflect on past triumphs, and embrace a growth mindset that believes in the development of abilities through effort and persistence. Stoic writings serve as a source of inspiration, emphasizing the virtue of perseverance. Patience, cultivated through daily activities, is recognized as a crucial component of perseverance. Consistency in daily practice, achieved through regular routines and habits, is advocated by Stoicism to strengthen inner resilience. Leveraging tools like calendars and reminders, coupled with embracing Stoic acceptance of setbacks, forms a solid foundation for developing resilience and steadfastness on the journey of self-improvement. Moving on to Lesson 9, it centers around fostering intellectual humility and maintaining openness to learning. Stoicism emphasizes acknowledging the limits of one's knowledge and advocates for a mindset always seeking growth. True wisdom, according to Stoics, arises from recognizing the continuous need to learn and evolve. Practical steps for developing intellectual humility include embracing lifelong learning, questioning one's beliefs regularly, seeking diverse perspectives, practicing active listening, and viewing mistakes as opportunities for learning. Intellectual curiosity, a key driver of lifelong learning, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, involves a genuine interest in exploring new ideas. Enhancing intellectual curiosity is achieved by exploring new subjects regularly, engaging in thought-provoking conversations, and maintaining a curiosity journal. Embracing the beginner's mind, a mindset aligned with Stoic principles, involves approaching every situation with the openness and eagerness of a beginner. This approach helps overcome intellectual arrogance and promotes a humble approach to learning. To maintain a beginner's mind, one should approach learning with fresh eyes. Practice mindfulness in the learning process and seek feedback and guidance regularly. By integrating these practices, individuals not only adhere to Stoic principles, but also enhance their capacity for intellectual growth and development. Fostering intellectual humility and openness to learning is seen as a critical aspect of Stoic practice and personal growth. It enriches understanding, enhances adaptability, and ensures continual personal and intellectual development in an ever-changing environment. Lesson 10 encourages us to welcome change and nurture adaptability by fostering flexibility in our thoughts and actions. In the final stage of our Stoic journey, the focus is on understanding the significance of embracing change and being adaptable. Stoicism teaches us that change is an inevitable part of life, and adapting to it is a virtue. This lesson emphasizes the development of the ability to adjust to new situations and challenges gracefully, which is crucial for lifelong learning and personal development. In Stoic philosophy, change is considered an inherent aspect of the universe. Marcus Aurelius stressed the constant occurrence of change, emphasizing the importance of acknowledging and accepting this concept for maintaining peace of mind and effectiveness in the face of life's constant fluctuations. To embrace uncertainty, practical steps involve practicing mindful acceptance of the present moment without judgment, including any uncertainties it may hold. This approach helps reduce anxiety about the unknown. It is essential to focus on what can be controlled when faced with uncertainty, directing energy toward aspects that can be influenced. such as reactions and decisions, rather than worrying about uncontrollable outcomes. Developing contingency plans, even though you can't prepare for everything, can instill a sense of preparedness and diminish the fear of the unknown. Another crucial aspect of adaptability is learning to let go of things that no longer serve you. This includes outdated beliefs, old habits, or goals that have lost their relevance. Stoicism highlights the importance of discerning when a change of course is necessary and having the courage to make that change. Practical steps for learning to let go involve regular self-reflection to evaluate goals, habits, and beliefs, determining if they align with current situations and values. Additionally, practicing detachment from outcomes, understanding that letting go is often a part of growth, contributes to adaptability. Cultivating inner peace amidst change through practices like meditation or Stoic reflections makes it easier to let go and move forward. By incorporating these practices into life, one strengthens the ability to adapt, embrace uncertainty, and let go when necessary. These skills are crucial for navigating the ever-changing landscape of life and pursuing continuous growth and learning. Embracing change and adaptability not only aligns with Stoic philosophy, but is also essential for thriving in an unpredictable world. By practicing cognitive flexibility, developing a change mindset, engaging in scenario planning, staying informed, introducing flexibility in routines, and learning from historical examples, individuals can prepare themselves to face life's inevitable changes with confidence and poise. This adaptability not only helps manage life's uncertainties, but also opens up opportunities for new experiences, learning, and personal growth. As the journey through the tenets of Stoic philosophy draws to an end, it is vital to reflect on the tremendous influence of these principles on daily life. Stoicism extends beyond intellectual debate to provide practical advice for leading a life of virtue, resilience, and fulfillment. Integrating these principles throughout daily life gives people the tools they need to overcome life's problems and embrace opportunities with grace and wisdom. The lessons explored are not just theoretical concepts, but are meant to be lived and experienced. The call to action, echoing Marcus Aurelius, emphasizes wasting no more time arguing about what a good person should be, but instead being one. This philosophy is about putting theoretical knowledge into practice, whether by cultivating resilience, practicing mindfulness, embracing change, or fostering empathy. Incorporating Stoic principles into life requires continuous effort and reflection, making it a journey rather than a destination. Each day presents new opportunities to practice virtues, learn from experiences, and grow as individuals. Stoic philosophy's timeless relevance provides guidance regardless of the circumstances, serving as a compass to guide actions and choices. The practice of Stoicism is not about achieving perfection, but about striving for progress. Being kind to oneself in the journey of personal development, recognizing efforts, and learning from missteps. Embracing the Stoic path with humility, courage, and an open heart allows individuals to face whatever life brings with wisdom and equanimity. Gratitude is expressed for joining the exploration of Stoic wisdom, and the wish is extended for a journey filled with growth, resilience, and profound inner peace.
Consider the rationale behind abstaining from sexual activities through a philosophical lens. Have you ever pondered how our profound passions and yearnings can impact our inner tranquility, our peace of mind? Today we delve into a subject often shrouded in taboos and misconceptions, yet simultaneously serving as a potent driving force in the lives of many: sex. But hold on for a moment before drawing conclusions. This video isn't a guide to enhance your sex life. On the contrary, let's embark on an exploration of something audacious and thought-provoking philosophical arguments, particularly from a Stoic perspective, against engaging in sexual activities. Settle in, adopt a philosophical mindset, and brace yourself for a discourse that challenges your beliefs,
prompts you to scrutinize your actions, and perhaps guides you down a less conventional, yet more enriching path. Ready for the challenge? Let's dive in. Let's embark on our exploration by delving into a foundational aspect of Stoic philosophy applicable to all of us: self-control. In a world that often encourages following impulses and pursuing momentary pleasures, Stoicism emphasizes the significance of self-discipline. Sex, despite being an intimate and pleasurable experience, possesses a profound ability to influence our rationality and self-control. The Stoics, champions of self-discipline, assert that we are not mere creatures driven solely by desires. Instead, we possess the capacity to reason, make choices, and govern our actions. True power, according to them, lies not in the pursuit of maximum pleasure, but in the mastery of self-control. Imagine wielding a level of self-control that enables decisions entirely aligned with your values and life goals. That is, genuine power. Abstaining from sex in this context becomes a practical exercise in self-discipline. It's not a declaration that sex is inherently bad. Rather, consciously choosing to abstain serves as a valuable lesson in understanding your drives, desires, and fundamentally, your identity. By mastering the impulse for immediate gratification, you enhance your ability to govern other impulses and sidestep distractions that might hinder your pursuit of significant life goals. The key lies in intentionality. Whether engaging in an activity as natural as sex or any other pursuit, do so with full awareness of your motivations and their long-term consequences. Through practicing self-control, you transition from being a passenger driven by desires and circumstances to taking the driver's seat in your life. This shift empowers you to make choices aligned with your values, propelling you toward a more stoic, meaningful, and ultimately rewarding life. So, the next time you face a situation testing your self-control, remember the strength within you to choose, a crucial first step toward a more intentional and fulfilling existence. Now let's venture even further into the profound teachings of Stoic philosophy by exploring the concept of detachment from ephemeral pleasures. In a world that incessantly promotes the pursuit of pleasure and avoidance of pain, have you ever paused to consider the fleeting nature of these pleasures? Often momentary, they vanish as quickly as they appear, leaving us yearning for more. The Stoics impart a different wisdom, that genuine peace and happiness stem from detachment. This involves not allowing our emotional well-being to hinge on things beyond our control, and yes, that includes sexual pleasure. Detachment doesn't imply refraining from enjoying life's pleasures. Rather, it emphasizes not becoming enslaved to them. It means not letting these pleasures dictate our actions or dominate our thoughts. Imagine liberating yourself from the constant pursuit of external gratification. Picture the surplus mental energy, heightened focus, and greater alignment of actions with your true goals and values. This is the transformative power of detachment. By practicing it, you can redefine your life in ways you may not have imagined. It doesn't mean suppressing emotions or desires, but gaining a profound understanding of what truly matters. In essence, you become the master of yourself, finding lasting and meaningful satisfaction beyond the allure of ephemeral pleasures. So, are you ready to embark on the journey of practicing detachment and breaking free from the chain of fleeting pleasures? The strength resides within you. The initial step is acknowledging your power to choose wisely, to be in control, and to embrace the freedom that comes with detachment. Having explored the significance of self-control and detachment from ephemeral pleasures, we now encounter another transformative truth: the importance of focusing on long-term goals. Consider the great Stoic philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. They weren't pursuing immediate gratification. Instead, they dedicated themselves to virtues such as wisdom, justice, and courage, goals that take a lifetime to cultivate. This essence of a long-term goal is pivotal. When entangled in the pursuit of immediate pleasures, we lose sight of what truly matters. However, when we shift our focus to long-term goals, the entire game changes. No longer trapped in the cycle of wanting, obtaining momentary enjoyment, and craving more, you find yourself on a path with a clear sense of direction. This path leads you toward the best version of yourself. Focusing on long-term goals doesn't imply neglecting everything else. It means a shift in perspective. You cease to be driven solely by immediate desires and start making decisions based on what will be best for you in the future. This shift not only influences the results you achieve, but also shapes the person you become in the process. It liberates you from the emotional roller coaster associated with seeking immediate pleasures, providing a deeper sense of peace and contentment as you work towards something truly meaningful. Now is the time to take stock of your goals. Are they aligned with a long-term vision for your life? If not, perhaps it's time to make adjustments. Remember, long-term goals act as a beacon in the distance. You may not know precisely how you'll reach them, but as long as you keep your gaze fixed on them, you'll always have a direction in which to move. Having emphasized the significance of focusing on long-term goals, let's delve deeper into an aspect often underestimated: the strengthening of our emotional relationships. Yes, you heard it right. If Stoic philosophy has imparted any wisdom, it's the understanding that human connections are fundamental to a well-lived life. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus underscore the importance of social duty and empathy, recognizing that as social beings, our relationships serve as mirrors reflecting our best and worst qualities. Now you might wonder how this connects to abstaining from sexual relations in a Stoic approach. By fortifying our emotional relationships, we prevent fleeting sexual desires from distorting our judgment and compromising the quality of our interactions. While sex can be wonderful, making it the primary focus might lead us to overlook the subtleties and deeper beauties of human connection. The crucial element lies in cultivating relationships imbued with genuine meaning. Cultivate the ability to listen, share openly, embrace vulnerability, and give selflessly without anticipating reciprocation. Through these actions, you establish a secure environment conducive to emotional growth, benefiting both yourself and those in your circle. Consequently, this process fortifies your character, fostering a state of balance and emotional resilience within you. Isn't it liberating to rise above the hamster wheel of instant gratification and constant disappointment? Instead, elevate yourself to a level where you can enjoy deeper, more meaningful and lasting connections. If you're ready to take your life to the next level, start investing in your emotional relationships. Learn to love more deeply, forgive more quickly, and appreciate more fully. In this investment lies the secret to a fulfilling life, rich in emotional experiences. Now let's delve into a slightly more pragmatic, yet equally crucial topic: preventing unintended consequences. We're referring to those complications often overlooked in the heat of the moment, but capable of leaving a lasting impact on our lives. Stoic philosophers have consistently highlighted the importance of living a virtuous life, with one of those virtues being prudence. Prudence involves not only thinking before acting, but also considering the future implications of our actions. In the context of sex, this could encompass everything from preventing sexually transmitted diseases to avoiding complicated relationships or unwanted pregnancies. This isn't a declaration that sex is inherently negative. In fact, it can be a beautiful expression of love and human intimacy. However, it holds the power to become a vector for serious complications if not approached with due care and consideration. By adopting a more stoic and reflective approach, you can assess whether the sexual act aligns with your deepest principles and long-term well-being. Ask yourself whether this action will bring you closer to the person you aspire to be, and if it will contribute something positive to your life. Are you prepared for the potential consequences? These questions aren't mere mental exercises. They are practical tools that help you lead a more deliberate and conscious life. Preventing unwanted consequences not only protects you and your partner, but also reinforces your individual strength, making you more aware, responsible, and ultimately more in tune with the Stoic philosophy of living a virtuous and meaningful life. Now let's redirect our attention to another subject highly valued in Stoic philosophy: the preservation of mental clarity. In our contemporary society, inundated with distractions and stimuli vying for our attention, Sex is among those stimuli. Stoics underscore the significance of ataraxia, a state characterized by tranquility and mental clarity, devoid of emotional disruptions. It is in this state that we embody our optimal selves, equipped to make reasoned decisions, harmonized with our core values. When we allow our sexual urges to cloud that clarity, we risk making hasty decisions that not only impact our emotional well-being, but can also divert us from our long-term goals. Mental clarity is like a calm lake. Imagine throwing a stone into that lake. The waves disturb the calm, creating a distortion on the surface. Similarly, making impulsive decisions in the sexual sphere can create ripples in our mental clarity, leading us to states of confusion, guilt, or regret. The key here is not to avoid sex or any other pleasure in life, but to approach it with a clear and conscious mindset. Ask yourself if this is the person you want to share an intimate connection with, whether this sexual act will improve your life and that of your partner, and if it will lead to long-term happiness. If you can answer these questions with a resounding and conscious yes, then you are on the right track. Remember that mental clarity is one of our most powerful tools in the search for a full and meaningful life. Preserving that clarity is an act of self-love and respect for our most authentic essence. Now, let's discuss the concept of energy conservation, a crucial aspect for anyone aspiring to live according to Stoic principles. In our constantly moving society, where we are asked to always be on, many of us feel burned out. And yes, sex, like any other human activity, also consumes energy. The key question is whether that energy is being invested in a way that contributes to our long-term well-being, or if it's simply dissipated in momentary pleasures. Stoics advocate for channeling our energy effectively, directing it toward actions and goals that truly matter. It's crucial to consider where we are spending our life energy. Are we putting it into activities that foster personal growth, strengthen relationships, and contribute to our peace of mind? Or are we wasting it on instant gratification that leaves us empty and exhausted? Consider this. Each sexual act can be a wonderful and connective experience, but it can also be a drain of energy if it does not align with our deepest values and goals. Sometimes, it is better to conserve that energy for higher goals, such as a life project that requires our full attention or a relationship that needs to be nurtured with love and care rather than consumed by fleeting impulses. Betting on energy conservation is not a call to abstinence, but rather an invitation to be more aware of how and with whom we share our vital energy. Energy is finite, and once spent, it takes time and effort to recover. You are the owner of your energy. Are you going to squander it, or are you going to invest it wisely in building a life that resonates with your most authentic self? Take charge, conserve your energy for what really matters, and stay on the path to a life full of meaning and purpose. You have the power to decide. Now let's move on to the final topic, avoiding emotional dependency. In this aspect, Stoic philosophy offers valuable insights. Emotional dependency can be detrimental to our well-being, and cultivating emotional independence aligns with Stoic principles. Instead of relying on others for our emotional fulfillment, Stoicism encourages self-sufficiency and resilience. Let's explore this concept further. Now, let's explore a topic that few dare to address, but is undeniably crucial: emotional dependence. Stoic philosophy enlightens us about the significance of ataraxia, which involves being emotionally and mentally self-sufficient in the pursuit of a well-lived life. We must not allow ourselves to become slaves to our emotions, especially those triggered by others. This is where sex can become a double-edged sword, particularly if it transforms into a mechanism for seeking validation, love, or attention. Engaging in sex as a beautiful and meaningful experience is valid, but when it transforms into the exclusive pathway for seeking love or validation, it ensnares us in the trap of emotional dependence. This contradicts the Stoics' advocated path to emotional freedom, entrusting the key to our happiness to someone else or tethering our inner peace to another person's attention or affection is a precarious gamble, one that frequently leads to disappointment. So what steps can you take? First and foremost, you should embark on cultivating your own inner garden, employing Stoic principles. Acknowledge that you are complete on your own. possessing the power and capability to generate happiness and meaning from within. This approach ensures that any relationship you enter becomes an enhancement to your already fulfilling life, not a prerequisite for feeling whole. Prioritize the establishment of a robust relationship with yourself before seeking it in others. Conduct a thoughtful assessment of your qualities, value your merits, and address your shortcomings, not as a means to please someone else, but as a pathway to personal growth and evolution. It's crucial to bear in mind that avoiding emotional dependence doesn't equate to evading human connections. Instead, it involves the wisdom to discern where to direct our emotional energy and the strength to ensure our inner peace remains independent of the actions or feelings of others. Now let's delve into a topic that aligns seamlessly with our previous discussions: self-esteem. Self-esteem is not merely a fleeting sentiment on a good day. It is the enduring, resilient image you hold of your core self. Feeling good about ourselves when everything is smooth is easy, but the true test of self-esteem lies in how we cope when faced with challenges. Stoic philosophy reminds us that sex, or any other momentary pleasure, isn't a sustainable solution for enhancing our self-esteem. While it may provide instant gratification and a temporary boost in self-perception, it leaves us back at square one once the moment passes, or worse, with a perceived void even larger than before. So how does one improve self-esteem from a Stoic perspective? It commences with self-awareness, a deep understanding of ourselves, including strengths and weaknesses. Instead of seeking external validation, Stoicism encourages the development of internal metrics for success and satisfaction. This involves practicing virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. Living by these principles not only fosters self-respect but also earns the respect and value of others. Improving self-esteem is a continuous journey, not a final destination. It involves an ongoing process of self-discovery, self-reflection, and self-improvement. Choosing the path of Stoic philosophy leads to the realization that ephemeral pleasures are not necessary to validate your existence or make you feel good about yourself. So, the next time you're tempted to use sex or any other pleasure as a means to uplift your self-esteem, take a moment to pause and breathe. Remember that your value does not derive from passing experiences, but from the solid and virtuous character you are diligently building every day. As we reach the culmination of this insightful journey into the Stoic reasons advocating sexual abstinence as a conscious choice, let's focus on something paramount, not just for this subject, but for life in general: respect for your own values and principles. One of the invaluable gems of Stoic philosophy is its emphasis on living in harmony with nature, aligning oneself with a robust set of values and principles. This treasure isn't discovered in fleeting pleasures, but is crafted day by day, decision after decision. Imagine finding yourself in a situation where external pressures, be it from your partner, friends, or society, tempt you to compromise your personal values regarding sex. The Stoics would counsel you to halt, reflect, and act in accordance with your principles, not conforming to the expectations of others. Yielding to external pressure not only denies the other person your authentic self, but also undermines your own fairness. Living in alignment with your values and principles provides a form of armor, not isolating you from the world, but serving as a filter that enhances meaningful and authentic interactions. Let your decisions, including those related to sex, be clear reflections of who you are and what you value most. This approach not only enhances your overall well-being, but also deepens and enriches any relationship you engage in. If you ever find yourself at a crossroads, remember this principle. Pause and consider which decision most closely aligns with your values. By doing so, you not only honor yourself, but also invite respect from others, setting a standard of integrity and authenticity. Improving self-esteem is a continuous journey, not a final destination. It involves an ongoing process of self-discovery, self-reflection, and self-improvement. Choosing the path of Stoic philosophy leads to the realization that ephemeral pleasures are not necessary to validate your existence or make you feel good about yourself. So, the next time you're tempted to use sex or any other pleasure as a means to uplift your self-esteem, take a moment to pause and breathe. Remember that your value does not derive from passing experiences, but from the solid and virtuous character you are diligently building every day. As we reach the culmination of this insightful journey into the Stoic reasons advocating sexual abstinence as a conscious choice, let's focus on something paramount, not just for this subject, but for life in general: respect for your own values and principles. One of the invaluable gems of Stoic philosophy is its emphasis on living in harmony with nature, aligning oneself with a robust set of values and principles. This treasure isn't discovered in fleeting pleasures, but is crafted day by day, decision after decision. Imagine finding yourself in a situation where external pressures, be it from your partner, friends, or society, tempt you to compromise your personal values regarding sex. The Stoics would counsel you to halt, reflect, and act in accordance with your principles, not conforming to the expectations of others. Yielding to external pressure not only denies the other person your authentic self, but also undermines your own fairness. Living in alignment with your values and principles provides a form of armor, not isolating you from the world, but serving as a filter that enhances meaningful and authentic interactions. Let your decisions, including those related to sex, be clear reflections of who you are and what you value most. This approach not only enhances your overall well-being, but also deepens and enriches any relationship you engage in. If you ever find yourself at a crossroads, remember this principle. Pause and consider which decision most closely aligns with your values. By doing so, you not only honor yourself, but also invite respect from others, setting a standard of integrity and authenticity. Thank you for accompanying me on this unconventional journey, exploring how Stoic wisdom can shape our understanding of sex and relationships. Each point we've explored is a step toward a more conscious, authentic, and fulfilling life. In conclusion, let's reflect on the essence of Stoicism, not to limit ourselves but to liberate ourselves from irrational impulses, societal approval, and anything incongruent with our deepest values and principles. As we move forward, always remember that you are the architect of your own life. The plans are in your hands, and it's time to draw lines that reflect your values, not someone else's expectations or standards. Thank you for being here, for opening your mind and heart to new perspectives. A common expression that hints at a brighter future and personal improvement is the idea of recreating yourself. However, not everyone comprehends the depth of this concept, and not many embark on the transformative journey it suggests. As we stand on the brink of the year 2024, it's an opportune moment for a profound exploration, a comprehensive guide to recreating oneself in the upcoming year. This video delves into Stoic philosophy and draws insights from other intriguing philosophers to provide a roadmap for personal transformation. It envisions a life where external opinions hold no sway and societal noise becomes inconsequential. The first aspect explored is the art of not caring, a state of freedom where one becomes the focal point of their own world, indifferent to external influences. It's not about boredom, it's about reclaiming autonomy. The discourse then shifts to the concept of selfishness, challenging the negative connotations associated with the term. The video prompts viewers to consider whether genuine love for others is possible without first cultivating self-love. Understanding the foundations of a good life, rooted in selfishness and self-love, is crucial to this journey of self-recreation. As individuals gain a stronger sense of self, the video delves into the profound quest for purpose. In a chaotic world, discovering and anchoring oneself in a purpose becomes a guiding light. It emphasizes that purpose is not merely found, it is actively created, making life so rich that every breath reflects one's essence. The final leg of the journey explores Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that remains relevant today. Stoicism's vision of the good life is defined by virtue, wisdom, and tranquility, prioritizing these over mere financial success. It advocates for a life where adversities serve to transform rather than break an individual. As the new year 2024 approaches, the video encourages a shift in perspective about exercise, not as a means to alter appearance, but as a tool to transform one's core identity. It urges individuals to rediscover the hidden gems within themselves and radiate that positive energy into the world. The overarching message is an invitation to embark on a transformative journey, embracing growth, wisdom, and enlightenment. It acknowledges the common experience of feeling overwhelmed by societal demands and concerns about things beyond one's control. The video concludes with a powerful question: whether one is ready to meet their best self, urging viewers not to fear the leap into self-discovery and personal evolution. Consider this: what if there existed a way to break free from the stagnation, a path to navigate life with reduced stress and heightened peace of mind? Today we are delving into a philosophical approach that holds the promise of leading to a happier and more fulfilling existence: the art of not caring. This approach does not advocate for complete detachment or apathy. Instead, it encourages us to direct our care and attention to what truly matters, focusing on elements within our control and letting go of the rest. In this exploration, we embark on a journey through the wisdom of various ideologies and the teachings of philosophers who have paved the way. This is not a mere academic exercise. It encompasses the calming philosophy of Buddhism, the invigorating principles of Stoicism, the existential courage of Søren Kierkegaard, the hedonic calculus of Epicurus, the life-affirming ideas of Taoism, and the individualistic essence of existentialism. Real-life cases and applications of these philosophies are examined, illustrating how the art of not caring, when practiced thoughtfully, can lead to increased happiness, diminished fear, and a more wholesome life overall. But what does it truly mean to not care in a philosophical sense? It doesn't imply complete detachment or apathy. Instead, it signifies liberating ourselves from societal pressures, fears of the unknown, concerns about uncontrollable aspects, and stress over external opinions. The essence of the art of not caring lies in understanding our limitations and choosing where to direct our attention. It revolves around hard work, enthusiasm, and learning to be comfortable with uncertainty, relishing the present moment with joy. If you've ever felt the weight of the world on your shoulders, yearn to let go of hindering worries, or are intrigued by various philosophical perspectives on happiness, you're in the right place. By the end of this philosophical journey, the hope is that you'll gain a fresh understanding of how to navigate life's ups and downs with calmness, peace, and a clear mind. So let's embark on this philosophical excursion together, learning the art of not caring, a journey that promises to free you and pave the way for a happier, more satisfying life. As we begin, let's explore the profound connection between philosophy and happiness. How does philosophy assist us in defining and comprehending happiness? Philosophy, often described as the pursuit of knowledge and love of wisdom, delves into fundamental questions about existence, reality, information, values, reason, and, significantly for our discussion, happiness. Throughout history, philosophers from diverse times and cultures have sought to answer the question of what happiness is and how it can be attained. From ancient Greek philosophers to modern thinkers, the primary objective of philosophical inquiry has consistently been to uncover the means to achieve happiness. While happiness may seem like a straightforward and universally applicable concept, a closer examination reveals its multifaceted and deeply personal nature. What brings us happiness is largely shaped by our individual experiences, cultural influences, and societal expectations. However, when we view happiness through the broader lens of philosophy rather than a specific viewpoint, its meaning becomes more expansive and dynamic. How do various intellectual perspectives perceive happiness? Let's start with the Greeks. Aristotle, one of the most influential philosophers, proposed that happiness was more than a fleeting emotion or momentary joy. He introduced the concept of eudaimonia, often translated as well-being or the good life. For Aristotle, happiness entailed living a virtuous and wise life, realizing one's full potential and making a positive impact on the world. It wasn't about the pursuit of momentary pleasures, but rather about cultivating an inner life of fulfillment. Epictetus, on the other hand, had a different perspective. According to him, happiness involved the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain. However, Epicurean philosophy did not endorse selfish excess. Epictetus emphasized the simple, natural joys of life, such as peace of mind, friendship, and intellectual pursuits. Philosophers like Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill, who lived during the 17th and 18th centuries in the Age of Enlightenment, were utilitarians. They believed that happiness was about maximizing the well-being of as many people as possible, forming the basis of their moral and ethical principles. Arthur Schopenhauer, a German philosopher from the 1800s, held a less optimistic view. He believed that life was inherently painful, and happiness was merely the absence of suffering. According to Schopenhauer, reducing our desires could minimize pain and sadness, reshaping our understanding of happiness. Moving into the 20th century, existentialists like Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus asserted that life lacks inherent meaning. Each individual must find their own purpose and happiness, challenging societal norms and advocating for sincerity and personal freedom. Eastern philosophies such as Buddhism propose a different approach. Buddhism suggests that the path to happiness involves letting go of desire and attachment, leading to inner peace and enlightenment. These diverse philosophical viewpoints highlight that happiness is not a one-size-fits-all concept. Beliefs, decisions, and perspectives vary among individuals, emphasizing the interconnectedness of what we believe, the choices we make, and how we perceive the world. People follow different beliefs. Some seek virtue, others pursue pleasure, freedom, or spiritual growth. In exploring the art of not caring, it becomes essential to find a balanced and deliberate approach to caring about the things that truly matter. Philosophy doesn't provide ready-made solutions. Instead, it guides us in asking the right questions. As we delve into the art of not caring, let's approach it with an open mind, question our preconceptions, and allow the rich insights from various philosophical ideas to deepen our understanding of happiness. Now let's turn our attention to Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy that has experienced a resurgence due to its profound wisdom and practical advice for leading a virtuous life. Stoicism, initiated by Zeno of Citium in the early 3rd century BC, emphasizes self-discipline, virtue, and reason in ethical philosophy. The core tenet of Stoicism is that we cannot change external events, but we can control our reactions to them. Stoicism urges us to focus on what is within our control and let go of what is not. This philosophy teaches us to distinguish between two kinds of power: things within our power, opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and our actions, and things not within our power, body, property, reputation, office, and anything not of our own doing. By concentrating on what we can manage and adopting an indifferent attitude toward the rest, Stoicism guides us in learning the art of not caring. This does not advocate laziness or neglect of responsibilities. Rather, it encourages us to identify what truly deserves our attention and care. Choosing not to be upset by things beyond our control helps maintain inner peace and aligns us with the natural order of the world, a central concept in Stoicism. An exemplar of the skill of not caring can be found in Marcus Aurelius's Meditations as a Roman Emperor. Marcus Aurelius had a lot of power and influence, but his works show that he knew that these things are temporary. As he put it in writing, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself in your way of thinking." He often stressed the value of inner peace and tranquility over external accomplishments or praise, showcasing the Stoic way of not caring about things we can't change. In his writings, Seneca, another important Stoic writer, gives more examples of this idea. He taught us not to be overly affected by adversity or overly ecstatic about success, and to stay unaffected by external circumstances. In a message he wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient, for he that is so wants nothing." By following Stoic principles, we learn not to worry about how our lives are changing all the time, and instead focus on improving our character, wisdom, and virtue. We learn to be happy with what we have, not caring about what other people do, and at peace with the world, Not caring about anything, in the Stoic sense, is not the same thing as being indifferent to it. Instead, it means knowing where to focus our care and attention for a happy and peaceful life. From the Stoic school of thought, we now go to Epictetus's garden. Epictetus, a Greek philosopher from antiquity who established the Epicureanism school of philosophy, has another viewpoint on the art of not caring. Despite what many people think, Epicureanism is not about enjoying physical joys or living a fancy life. It's about living a life of tranquility, freedom, and friendship. Not all pleasures are worth seeking, according to Epicurus. He made a distinction between kinetic pleasures, which come from gratifying a desire, and katastatic pleasures, which come from a state of contentment when we are not experiencing pain or desires. Epictetus said that the best life is one in which we can stay in a state of katastatic happiness and enjoy the simple things in life without being pushed by desires all the time. What Epicureanism says about social standards and material wants is an important part of the art of not caring. Epictetus wanted people to live a simple life away from the busy life of Athens. He thought that many of our wants, like wanting money, fame, or power, come from what other people expect of us and aren't normal or important. Epictetus said that these wants often cause more harm than good because they are never-ending and keep us wanting more. Epictetus famously said, "If you want to make a man happy, don't add to his riches, take away from his desires." Epictetus' ideas about fear, especially the fear of death, are also very interesting. He said death doesn't matter to us because death doesn't exist when we don't, and we don't exist when death does. Epictetus says that we shouldn't be afraid of death because it's a necessary part of life. This way, we can live more freely and happily in the present. So, how do these ideas make your life better? We can achieve a state of contentment and inner peace by knowing the nature of our desires, telling them apart from those that aren't important, and learning how to control them. By choosing not to care about what other people think or the fear of death, we free ourselves from worries and stresses that aren't necessary. This makes room for real joy and tranquility. Epicureanism teaches us that happiness doesn't come from having things or being important, but from being at peace inside, without any pain or trouble. The philosophy teaches us to enjoy the simple things in life like friendship and thought, and not having to worry about what other people want or fear. It also teaches us how to not care about other people. The Epicurean way of life tells us to rethink our wants and values, to let go of social expectations and pointless fears, and to enjoy life's simple, long-lasting pleasures. Let's keep these ideas from Epictetus with us as we go on our trip. Let's value the part that pleasure and desire play in our lives and stop worrying about things that don't make us happy in the long run. As we continue our philosophical study of the art of not caring, we visit Denmark in the 1800s and meet Søren Kierkegaard, who is generally seen as the founder of existentialism. Unlike the other philosophers we've talked about so far, Kierkegaard lived in a very different time and culture. Kierkegaard's existential philosophy is all about the person, their feelings, their freedom, their choices, and their subjective life. What Epicureanism says about social standards and material wants is an important part of the art of not caring. Epictetus wanted people to live a simple life away from the busy life of Athens. He thought that many of our wants, like wanting money, fame, or power, come from what other people expect of us and aren't normal or important. Epictetus said that these wants often cause more harm than good because they are never-ending and keep us wanting more. Epictetus famously said, "If you want to make a man happy, don't add to his riches, take away from his desires." Epictetus' ideas about fear, especially the fear of death, are also very interesting. He said death doesn't matter to us because death doesn't exist when we don't, and we don't exist when death does. Epictetus says that we shouldn't be afraid of death because it's a necessary part of life. This way, we can live more freely and happily in the present. So, how do these ideas make your life better? We can achieve a state of contentment and inner peace by knowing the nature of our desires, telling them apart from those that aren't important, and learning how to control them. By choosing not to care about what other people think or the fear of death, we free ourselves from worries and stresses that aren't necessary. This makes room for real joy and tranquility. Epicureanism teaches us that happiness doesn't come from having things or being important, but from being at peace inside, without any pain or trouble. The philosophy teaches us to enjoy the simple things in life like friendship and thought, and not having to worry about what other people want or fear. It also teaches us how to not care about other people. The Epicurean way of life tells us to rethink our wants and values, to let go of social expectations and pointless fears, and to enjoy life's simple, long-lasting pleasures. Let's keep these ideas from Epictetus with us as we go on our trip. Let's value the part that pleasure and desire play in our lives, and stop worrying about things that don't make us happy in the long run. As we continue our philosophical study of the art of not caring, we visit Denmark in the 1800s and meet Søren Kierkegaard, who is generally seen as the founder of existentialism. Unlike the other philosophers we've talked about so far, Kierkegaard lived in a very different time and culture. Kierkegaard's existential philosophy is all about the person, their feelings, their freedom, their choices, and their subjective life. He thought that everyone has their own idea of what is true, and that everyone has to figure out how to live their own life on their own. His works give us a deep look into the person by exploring worry, hopelessness, and the search for meaning. The leap of faith in the face of life's riddles and unknowns is one of Kierkegaard's most well-known ideas. In order to find purpose and get over depression, according to Kierkegaard, one must take a leap. According to Kierkegaard, one must take a leap of faith into religion. While the phrase leap of faith is often used in religious contexts, especially in Kierkegaard's works, the idea behind it goes beyond religion. It's about embracing ambiguity and having the guts to make choices without knowing exactly how things will turn out. Fear and worry that we feel every day come from not knowing what will happen. We worry about what might happen in the future and find it hard to make choices when we can't see what will happen. What if, though, we decide not to care about this chance? What if we take that leap of faith, know that we don't know what will happen, and make our decisions with guts and conviction? Kierkegaard said, "Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forwards." This quote fits with what we're talking about because it reminds us that we can learn from our mistakes and gain wisdom from them, but we can't know or control what will happen in the future. So deciding not to worry about what might happen in the future doesn't mean you're careless or don't care about what happens. Instead, it's about getting rid of our crippling fear of the unknown so that we can fully live in the moment and do what we believe is right. By freeing us from the weight of worry and fear, Kierkegaard's leap of faith could lead us to greater happiness. When we stop worrying too much about what might happen, we can focus on the here and now and do things that are in line with our values. We free ourselves to live an honest life without being constantly worried about what might happen in the future. When we do this, Kierkegaard's psychological philosophy makes us think deeply about our own lives, our worries, and our freedom. His idea of the leap of faith gives us a way to deal with the unknowns in life, not by trying to guess or control the future, but by embracing these unknowns with confidence and focusing on who we really are. We should be brave and care less about the things we can't change in life, and more about living fully and honestly in the present. From the busy streets of Denmark in the 1800s, our intellectual journey takes us to ancient India, where Siddhartha Gautama, better known as the Buddha, created Buddhism, a deep philosophy and a way to spiritual awakening. Buddhism is a non-theistic religion that has a special view on happiness, pain, detachment, and how to stop worrying about things that are temporary and will not last. Buddhism has a different idea of what happiness is than many Western schools of thought. Buddhism doesn't think of happiness as pleasure or getting what you want. Instead, it sees real happiness as a deep, long-lasting state of well-being and contentment that comes from inner peace and wisdom. This happiness isn't affected by outside factors, and anyone can get it by being aware, acting in an honest way, and knowing how reality works. The Four Noble Truths are very important to Buddhism. They explain what pain is, why it happens, how to stop it, and the way to do that. According to what the Buddha taught, pain comes from tanha, which means a strong desire for something other or more than what is. We want these things because we don't know that reality is really made up of changeable things. Dissatisfaction and not-self lead us to the Buddhist ideals of detachment and non-attachment, which are very important for knowing how to not care. In Buddhism, detachment doesn't mean ignoring or avoiding life's events. Instead, it means having a deep knowledge of and acceptance of the fact that everything changes. It means letting go of people, things, events, and even ideas because you know they can change and disappear. Not being attached to things, events, or ideas is the same thing as being detached. It means not having to hold on to them all the time. We can fully experience life as it happens when we practice non-attachment. We can feel joy, sadness, happiness, and pain without being controlled by these fleeting emotions. We learn to really care about life without being tied down by it. We are not rejecting or devaluing things that change or disappear when we don't care about them. Instead, we are learning to connect to them in a better way, fully feeling and enjoying them while they last but not suffering when they change or disappear. When you apply this way of thinking to your life, you can find deep peace and happiness inside. It helps us enjoy the beauty of the seasons without getting caught up in the storm of desire, dislike, or fantasy. It's said that you only lose what you cling to. This simple but profound saying sums up the core of Buddhist detachment and non-attachment. It tells us to let go and stop worrying too much about things that are temporary and hard to understand. By doing this, we remove ourselves from a lot of the pain we cause ourselves and make room for a deeper, longer-lasting kind of happiness. Buddhist teachings, which go deep into the nature of reality and the mind, can help you learn how to not care. We can learn to live a more peaceful, clear, and free life by learning and applying the ideas of detachment and non-attachment. Let us remember the Buddha's wisdom as we continue our search. Remember that everything can change, and that if we don't hold on to things that are temporary, we can find inner peace and happiness that lasts. In the end, isn't that what we all want? We are now back in Europe, this time in Germany in the late 1800s, where we meet Friedrich Nietzsche, one of the most important and controversial philosophers of all time. Friedrich Nietzsche gave us a strong way to look at the art of not caring. He was famous for his attacks on traditional morals and his philosophy of life affirmation. Nietzsche's philosophy is based on the idea of life reinforcement, which he thought was the best thing about being human. Nietzsche said that to support life is to accept it as it is, with all of its problems, doubts, and conflicts. It involves accepting life with a sense of joy, wonder, and imagination, rather than in a passive or resigned manner. It's easy to see how Nietzsche's ideas about social rules and the art of not caring fit in with this philosophy of life affirmation. Nietzsche thought that traditional morals and social rules often keep people from living fully and honestly. He didn't like the idea of group morals, which says that good and bad are the same for everyone. Nietzsche thought that not caring about social rules and standard morals wasn't the same as being indifferent or apathetic. He thought that it was about self-overcoming, which is the process of going beyond conditioned behaviors and beliefs to find your values. When we don't care about what other people think of us, we can start to question, criticize, and finally get rid of these ideas. This lets us write our own moral code and decide for ourselves what is important, useful, and satisfying. This is where the idea of the Übermensch, which is also known as the Overman or Superman, comes up. This idea is Nietzsche's idea of the perfect person, someone who has gotten over themselves, found their values, and accepted life in all its complexity. The Übermensch is the idea that you don't have to care about traditional morality. Instead, you should enjoy life with all of its chaos and confusion and make your own morals. In Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Nietzsche said, "I teach you the Overman. Man is something that shall be overcome. What have you done to overcome him?" These strong words are a call to action. They make us think, question, and make things. They tell us that we can get through hard times and become the people we really are. In our quest to learn how to not care, what does Nietzsche's philosophy have to offer? It makes us think about how we relate to social rules and traditional morals. As a result, it tells us not to let these outside standards limit who we are, but to instead set our values and accept life as it is. We explored the existentialist perspective, emphasizing the importance of finding individual purpose and meaning in a seemingly indifferent world. Moving further, we delved into the wisdom of Eastern philosophies, particularly Buddhism, which teaches the art of not caring through detachment and non-attachment. We encountered Kierkegaard's notion of a leap of faith, urging us to embrace uncertainty and make choices without fearing the unknown. Nietzsche's life affirmation philosophy encouraged us to overcome societal norms, set our own values, and accept life with joy and wonder. Now, as we transition from theoretical understanding to practical application, let's reflect on the following steps to incorporate the art of not caring into our everyday lives. Distinguish what you can control. Separate aspects of your life into things you can control, thoughts, feelings, actions, and things you can't, external events. Focus on the former and let go of the latter to reduce stress and invite more joy and freedom. Embrace doubt. Accept that life is filled with uncertainties. Attempting to control or predict